Hello, hello. Welcome to Charmed Persons. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've had a wonderful week, long weekend for most people. We will not be having a stream tomorrow. We're also observing Labor Day, apparently, haphazardly. Um, so we will not be having a stream tomorrow. But next week we will have the next session of the Tayaroth campaign as we continue on 2 p.m. Central, and then the day after that, September 12th, we will have the next session of the Quest for the Golden Spoon, the D&D meets real world long shot that Eric is DMing. The only other thing I think I can say is that, as you can see, JMO and Ian are not here, but we will continue in their stead. That made it sound like they're like sick or dying or something. They're totally fine. They're just not here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and jump into a recap of where we've been so far. So, our party, yet to be named, started off as a group of strangers caravanning together to the city of Barrington, and since then, due to some attacks on the Pentwe family, they have discovered a underground crime ring that goes even further than just the dastardly thieves that exist in the city already. A ancient organization, sorry, not ancient, secret organization, known as the Animalia, are trying to unbanish a ancient god known as Malar, who they are trying to bring back and unseat Dune, the current god and deity, over Tayaroth. And our party found out that some of their family members were involved in this organization. We have the parents of the Silverstep twins, and let's not forget a adopted child associating with one of these Animalia members as well of the Pentwe family, Darius. So, in order to find out more about what's going on, our party attended an event held by the Animalia and secretly held at the leader of the Hanged Men's house, the Hanged Men being the gang that kind of acted as the security for this organization. And our party discovered exactly everything that had been occurring. They also found out that the Animalia were looking for High Priestess Nivara's tomb. High Priestess Nivara was the last living priest of Malar and was buried somewhere near the Forshee mines, which existed north of Barrington. The Animalia were using these abandoned mines as a camp and kind of operating base to dive deeper into the mines and look for this tomb, because in this tomb, something from High Priestess Nivara would help them in the ceremony to unbanish Malar. However, once our party arrived, the Animalia and the Hanged Men collapsed the tunnel and sealed them inside as they were trying to sneak in. And shortly after that, a couple party members noticed that a companion of theirs, Edmund, who had been traveling with them, had a tattoo that was reminiscent of tattoos that they had seen on other Animalia members of Aspire, and called him out on it. And Edmund got very uncomfortable and eventually, as he is a changeling, revealed his true form, quote unquote. That is a translucent skinned humanoid with a scar on his right eye, long white silver hair, and these four shadowy spider-like legs that appear out of his back. And he was clearly much more adept at magic than Edmund was, and not only pretty much negated the party's efforts to stop him, but escaped with you and Rosie, you and Chadrimi, two of our party members. Our party continued through the mines and found Brick Heelsore, a young drow man who was escaping the city of Kinnor, which was currently under control of this King Poltrix and this insect-like plague that was converting all of the citizens, or most of the followers of King Poltrix, into these half insect, half drow, which is like a dark elf-like creatures. The party, upon hearing that Brick's sister had recently found a tomb with a red claw, Malar's symbol, agreed to help Brick infiltrate the city of Kinnor, save Nisa, and then be taken to this tomb of Malar. Our party members reached the city of Kinnor, this huge cavernous-like city that existed built out of stalactites in a cave. And the only way to get to this city was through these magical spotlights of light that took the individual up to the ceiling of this huge cavern, and then upon reaching the city, gravity flips, and the person is walking along the ceiling, and the stalactites turn into these skyscraper-like structures that have been hollowed out and given life by this drow city. Our party was able to infiltrate the city and were reunited with their party members Yu and Chidrimi, because they had been given by Edmund's true form, Quiz Rizik. They had been given by Quiz to King Poltrix in order to get passage out of the city. But upon being taken to where they needed to, they were saved by Prince Triv, who was the brother of King Poltrix and leader of the resistance of drow who were trying to fight back King Poltrix. And in doing so, they met the rest of the resistance, including Crag, who is a ancient Minotaur man who runs the Whispering Wind, a tavern in the city, and who Morton learned quite a bit about, and a pretty dark, traumatic past for our new friend Crag. But he was able to, along with the rest of the resistance, give our party items and weapons and help them rescue Nisa and save her. Upon reaching where Nisa was finally being taken to be executed, our party found out it was a little bit more complicated than what they thought was going to happen, as they fought this huge snake-like insect worm creature, horrifying visage, called the Volxerix, who was a servant of the guard Loviatar, and was infecting the king and the rest of the city with these impulses to serve her. And that has been what had created this like insect plague that took over the city. But our party, with a couple members almost dying, Brick almost dying there at the end as well, but they eventually killed the Volxerix, and upon doing so, freed the city of Kinnor from this insect plague. And as they returned, they found Prince Triv with King Poltrix and Manacles, and the rest of the citizens thankfully bringing them or welcoming them back to the city. And where we left off, the prince had looked at all of you and said how much he appreciated what you had done, and how you had exceeded his expectations, and how you freed this city. And he says, "So please, tell me your name, so that we can write songs of you and have a feast in your honor."
A little help,
So-
guys? Anyone got a good name?
We're just here to help.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh,
A little help,
What?
like a little hope. We've got a little hope.
I
You're
love
saying
it.
it's really loud. This makes us look very unprofessional.
Yeah.
We are a little help.
A little help.
Help.
A little help.
Wonderful. A little help. And everyone kind of starts like screaming and like shouting and like, yeah, a little help.
Rosie's
yeah.
like in it. She's like, yeah, little
And after the crowd kind of like quiets down, Prince Triv looks to the rest of you and he says, I would gladly welcome you into the castle of Kino, and we will have a feast thanking you for your efforts, and we can discuss returning you to the surface as well.
I do an insight
Great.
check on him.
Yes,
Just to...
of course. Yeah.
I was going to do the same. Can he have advantage?
No, but you can also roll one.
Oh.
9.
Ow.
9.
Oh no. Mine's worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the same.
I mean, he is for sure thankful for what you did, and that seems genuine. He does seem like not only just a little bit exhausted, but maybe a little overwhelmed. But you have no sense of dishonesty coming from him. Go ahead.
I don't know what I would necessarily do, but this like feels really easy.
Uh-huh.
Like all of a sudden everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling.
What can I like investigate or look at to see if that was like the last of what was happening? Because like we killed it, and then everyone's better, and they got the king real quickly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't real quick. You had to come. It was like an hour after. Like it took an hour basically from where you attacked, from where the execution actually took place to when you got to the back to the city.
Gotcha. I in my head thought they met us.
No, I did. I don't know if I even specified that, so that's not your problem. But that, but yeah, that's or your fault. But yeah, I mean, it took an hour, and I mean, the people who were right there were those two guards who had just left right when the battle began, and you saw them pretty immediately shedding themselves of what was of their insect-like halves. Yeah. And you would also know, kind of like after that hour of walking and talking, that they didn't like not remember everything that had happened. It was just like a really vague, foggy thing, and and there wasn't a ton of details. But yeah, that's what you know. And in order to guess, like, is this it? I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll a check just because I honestly like that's such a vague check.
Right.
But just to like talk you through the world and like I don't know, like, or coming from the world, like the creature that you just fought, all of you, is the most insane shit that you have ever seen. Even like, I mean, there's creatures and stuff that exist up in the, on the surface, but this huge insect-like beast that you just slew, I mean, sometimes I think as like D&D players, we because we're so used to it, we forget, like, but if you think about it from your character's perspectives, like, I mean, it was so crazy that you just fought that thing. That thing was nuts. Not only did you fight it, but you killed it. And I'm not saying that it isn't easy, or I'm not saying that it's like not easy or whatever. But if you think about it from that perspective, I mean, you accomplished a huge task. And a huge consequence followed. Is it the consequence of only that task, and is that task the only task that needs to happen? You don't know. This is like uncharted territory, I mean, this is not something. I mean, the closest thing any of you have ever experienced to any of this are children's stories and like, wives' tales and like campfire tales and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I've heard of some weird shit. Stop! Oh my god! Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, Rosie.
And, you know, it's like, it's not like, I mean, it's not, and it's not so foreign that it's like, what if we were to meet aliens? And so it's like, it's more so, it's like, what if you were to come into contact with a dinosaur? Like, it's still insane, but it's also like, well, those were here at one point. It makes sense that one might still have been around. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Like it's just like I would buy walking into the jungle like that people haven't been to in so long, and like discovering some like ancient dinosaur species that's actually stayed alive this whole time. That would be much more easy for me to comprehend than seeing like some otherworldly creature. So like
Right.
I'm comparing it to that.
I guess I guess that's kind of what I was going for. Of like, this thing is dead, but like, did it really just like have a hold in it? It's all over now that we killed it. How did we kill it? Like, it might be just an existential thing that.
For sure, yeah, and yeah. So sorry, that was a really long answer to your question, but just to kind of like just to kind of like put it into perspective, that's kind of what I can give you.
That was helpful.
Yeah.
Morton just kind of looks around everybody, and it's anyone who's like near him at any point, like turns and goes, did we do it? Is that thing like dead?
Seems pretty dead.
Shit, right?
Oh. Yeah.
I've
are
never
you...
killed anything and had it not be dead.
I'm feeling pretty okay about it. It seems, and there's gonna be a feast.
Maybe just stay on alert.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, these people are underground people. They're good. Come from good stock.
Flint, are people...
So are you just having this conversation right in front of Prince
Maybe while we're walking back.
Okay. Yeah. So he.
That's what I thought was happening.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So he once offering everything up to you guys, and you accepting. He kind of like, you're not even following him at this point. Like he goes off separately. He's like, I'll meet you in the castle, and you start following pretty much. Basically what would be like castle staff. So yeah, you're walking and talking. This is happening.
And we're gonna the feast is intended to be later this evening.
Yeah, so basically the conversation didn't happen, but like he said like you accepted, and he told you that he would meet you later in the castle, and that his staff will take you to quarters where you can stay and get yourselves cleaned up, and then you can you will be sought for the feast.
Cool. Well, yeah, I just want to say to everybody, I'm a little proud of all of us. And I think
a little proud of all of us.
I'm a little proud of all of us. I can't be very proud of everyone yet. We'll see how the feast goes. Because listen, these seem like a very good bunch, and I want us all to be on our best behavior, okay? Because I think we might be heroes.
What kind of food can we expect, Flint, that comes from underground? Like, I don't know. Do they have? I don't have like cows and beef.
Oh yeah, they're probably
Potatoes.
gonna fry up some of that insect.
We're gonna have some of that insect?
There's nothing better than a little fried insect on a
I'd try
nice
it.
evening night underground, even though you don't know it's evening. Nothing better. Oh yeah,
Wow.
potatoes. Also.
I just heard that somewhere.
As you guys are walking, Brick, kind of like still pretty hurt and being helped walk by Nisa.
You look like shit, Brick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like shit too. So
Aww.
no, I can't thank you enough for helping out my sister, and we've been invited to the feast as well. Wonderful. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get cleaned up, and also just kind of, and he just like looks at Nisa, and just like shrugs towards you. He's like, so we'll see you at the feast, right?
Okay.
All right, Brick, you're the man.
Hey, always, Flint.
Firm handshake.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Oh,
Of course.
Very, very firm.
Yeah.
adds another hit point down.
And as he's walking away, he said, "A little help right?
You need something?
No, I'm asking. That's your name? A little help is what you came up with?
I think, yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think of it?
Do you
Well, I
have-
just want to know what I need to make the title of the song. And he starts humming and starts walking away.
Oh, I burst into tears.
Okay, but what does Rosie do?
I burst into tears. She's fragile.
Yeah. So you are taken into the castle of Kenor, which is kind of surrounded by this stone wall that buttresses up against the like indent of the caravan that kind of makes it look like another large wall in the back, the one that you scaled. And the actual castle itself is made out of a few stalactites that have been like fused together to create one large building. And you're taken in and kind of ushered off to this side wing, and you can tell that the castle has like not been necessarily kept the cleanness, and so but it's very nice, and it is all it's like it seems familiar at first, but then as you experience it more, you start to notice it. Flint, you love it. Instead of a bunch of things making this structure was carved out of rock and stone and ground. So it's like everything is flush, everything is all one, like the hallway, even though there are pillars and like carvings and stuff into the side, it's all one, chunk of earth, and it's a weird, it's kind of off-putting in a cool way. And they take you through one of these hallways and open up these two large stone double doors. And as it does, it opens up like this large common room that has a fire pit in the middle with servants that are already like building up a fire. There's a couple tables and some like chairs and lounge chairs around the fire. And off to the side are two walls. And on either side of the walls are 5 doors on each side. And they gesture to the common room and say that you have your pick of the rooms. All of the rooms are exactly the same. They have one large double bed, a chest of drawers at the foot of the bed, a desk with a chair, and then a table with 2 chairs on either side of the table, and that is the setup of the room. The way the interior of this building is lit, pretty much wherever you go, are these basically what look like torch sconces, but that hold these like glowing green rocks. And it's just a faint green, so it's kind of like it is still the bright, like it's not like everything has a tint of green. There's still some like there's colors and there's abstract and contrast, but there is just this slight greenish hue that covers everything. And Flint, although once again probably doesn't bother you, Maewyn, it's probably pretty upsetting. I don't know about everybody else, but the lack of windows, the lack of sky, the lack of sun is starting to get to some of you. But yeah, so that's the common room, and they.
You're all experiencing seasonal depression.
But yeah.
But anyway.
I'm standing in front of like a blank stone wall, and I'm just saying, "Wow, what a view!"
What a view! And the servants, after like setting up the fire and everything, there's a basin of very clear water that is brought in. And there's also just some like, like I said, the castle hasn't really been on the up and up, so it's like the best thing that they can get real quick is some like kind of dried bread and some old cheese that is a weird kind of gray color.
No. No.
And so that's what they bring, and then they leave you alone. So you have all those 10 rooms and the common room to yourself.
I take one of my clean daggers that I didn't use, and I slice a little piece off the cheese to see if it's a lighter color on the inside.
No, it's not.
Ooh, boy.
I have some rations left if anybody wants some.
Oh, I'm gonna dig into
Yes,
this cheese.
please, Rosie.
Let's see how
Here you
this
go.
cheese is.
Thank you.
What kind of cheese is this, Flint? Do you know? Have you had
I
this?
take a bite.
It's
as-
very moldy. Oh,
You take a bite. It is. It's not moldy, first of all. It does have like a fresh taste to it. Or fresh. I mean.
Cottage cheese, brick form.
It has a very tangy flavor to it. And the consistency is a little bit more like once you bite into it, it becomes pretty soluble. Is that the right word? No. Not liquid, but it becomes much more. It's much creamier than
melts in your mouth.
Brie.
solid cheese. It's brie, if not even more than brie. Yeah.
It's not bad. I've never had anything like it before. I've had a fair few cheeses in my day. And this is pretty okay. Flint, I hold out my knife to him.
Oh, yeah.
Flint, make a history
Terrible.
check.
No problem. Anytime.
This is Volkseric shit.
6.
6. Okay, cool.
Hate it.
It's
I hate
cheese.
it.
Pretty sure
Nobody
this
else
is
is gonna-
moldy cheese. Sorry.
I just have a bad feeling. I don't know why. It's
Oh,
hitting my
cheese.
stomach.
Oh.
Maybe it's the bug that I ate, or
Do you want a ration?
I would love a ration.
Here you go.
What's the bad
Thank
feeling?
you.
What possible bad fit we've been given? I mean, it doesn't look the best, but this tastes pretty good. Does anybody else want to try?
Oh yeah. I'll grab us some moldy. What are you think that we're gonna get betrayed by these underground dwellers? It's kind of offensive to me.
I don't know. These rooms it just kind of feels like a cell. I don't know. Maybe because we're underground.
No,
Maybe
it's
that's why.
not a
I don't-
smell.
I don't like it.
Can
I'm with
can
you.
can any of you check the live feed and make sure that we are live, please?
Yeah, we're
Oh.
alive.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I will minor illusion on one of the stone
Inside
walls,
check.
just like a window view of like outside, just on the wall.
Okay,
So it
yeah,
looks like
easily
it's
enough.
Can I investigate?
What?
Sorry, am I
Why
ruining
me?
this for you, Flint?
Can I investigate to see if there's any thing that would make me think that this is a cell and not just a nice holding room?
I mean,
Nice.
yes, you can do an insight check on the room, I suppose.
Oh, I can't investigate shit.
Well, what are you looking
Doors.
for?
Do the
Like-
doors lock on the
Yeah,
outside?
like are the doors locked from the inside? Can we unlock them ourselves? Like stuff like that.
You can't lock the common room door, but you can lock from inside the room your room doors. They don't lock from the outside.
Like privacy stuff.
Yeah.
See, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, all right.
Get
Yeah, I'm
out
sure
if
there's
you
not.
want.
It's just I've been underground for like 10 hours now. It's starting to get too big.
I have too. I'd rather not be here. Sorry, Flint. I know you, but like we've got food. The thing we killed a monster that I've never even heard of in my life, and we're getting food and maybe drink and
Hopefully paid. I don't know.
I mean, do you with what? Do
Hey,
what
do
use
they
for
use
currency?
money down here, Flint?
Yeah, what do they use
Gold?
for currency, Flint?
Well, I mean,
Flint,
us
you have no
dwarves-
idea.
Us, I stand and I state matter of factly. Us dwarves use gold, but of course, I assume that these drows also probably use gold.
Maybe I can do a little help. Flint, look away. I don't want to offend you. And I'll try on one of the blankest walls, like projection style, cast minor illusion of like if I can, a little window, like just a picture of a window with like a sun, kind of like in a museum, how it has like a window box thing.
Yes, you put it right next to Quinn's where he did that.
Oh. Awkward. Okay. I got worried about the stream. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. I had to.
I'm gonna take it back. I'll be like,
I'll look out your window.
I couldn't resist.
I'm gonna stand out the window. I'm gonna go stand and look out the window that Cuinn made. It's beautiful. Cuinn, what a great idea.
Rosie.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention earlier. I'm just
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for checking the stream.
Great minds think alike.
I minor illusion of third.
Oh, that was not your fault, Angie. I just couldn't resist doing it.
It's okay. Everything's fine.
Ooh, you minor illusion the sun. He didn't include the sun.
I didn't-
And so you come over and you like touch it up.
Okay.
That's where I am.
Looking out the fake window.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Trying
like,
to bask in the sun.
you know what? For fun, make a performance check, both of you.
Me.
Me and Rosie.
Yes, both of you.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
13.
You, Dirty 20, you create a wonderful visage of the outside. It almost looks like you can put your hand through it, like you really get the, like, 3 dimensions going.
Yeah, it looks like Bayhoff, whatever that terrain is like.
Yes, okay, beautiful. And then, I mean, Rosie's just there to touch it up, so with 13, you do the same. You come over, and it's a wonderful visage, for sure.
Are we done yet?
The second he says that, I minor illusion the sun to be twice as bright.
We've only been down here for 10 hours and you're already losing your mind.
Yeah.
You'd never make it as a dwarf.
You definitely had a full. You've been down here for about 24 hours now. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. You came in on the evening, and then you like went late throughout the night to get to Kenor, and then woke up like mid-morning when you heard the horns. So it's like about like noonish. So you've been there almost 24 hours.
It usually takes someone 2 years to get acclimatized to living fully underground. So we're well
We're
on
not
our
going to
way.
be here that long.
I don't want to do that.
Really?
I wouldn't make it.
I've misread the situation.
Although the acoustics in here are great.
That's
do have to say
true,
that.
and I sing the Halo theme immediately.
Well, if all of you will excuse me, I think I'm gonna settle into one of these rooms for a minute, and just, pray or whatever.
Can we double up? Or May, do you want to bunk together? I don't know.
Well, you can stay with me.
I'm gonna go and look for a little aperitif, a nice little drink and a booze somewhere. If anyone wants to join me.
Hey, I'll get drunk with you. Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
if you guys are drinking.
Whatever word you
Yeah,
said.
Baddie and I'll come.
All right, we can do that. Rosie, are you sure you don't want to join after your prayer? We can wait.
Well, after don't wait up for me. No, you have some fun.
Rosie,
And,
we would love it if you came with us.
I'll join in a minute. I'm just gonna get settled. I gotta count my rations and
Do you need any help?
No, I don't think I have that many, and I can count to I think 14 by now.
All right.
That was a joke.
By now.
That was a little joke.
Oh.
Oh.
It's funny.
Hey,
You
Rosie,
can
are you
The
okay?
longer we're underground, the less we find things funny. So we have to.
Are you okay, Rosie? How you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just wanted to make sure, we've had quite a journey, and I have just some accounting work to do, and just want to make sure that we're all settled as we move forward before the feast tonight.
Is you gonna stick around with you? I feel a lot better if you weren't alone. I don't know.
Well, it's up to them.
They decide to stay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. And we've traveled together a lot, so we'll get back to you. We'll find you.
Sure. I mean, you can join us. I mean, I'm sure we'll make a ruckus wherever we end up. right?
Maybe Batty can stay with you guys because she's snoozing, and I think she would like to keep snoozing, and then she can find me for sure.
Yeah.
So then you
Oh,
guys can find
perfect.
us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Okay. I give
Batty
Batty
just-
a little scritch.
Batty just kind of plods over to Rosie and just like lays down at your feet.
Oh my goodness.
So Batty's
You're
not
much
coming with
Tired
us.
from all her burrowing.
No, Patty's not coming with us.
Okay.
She'll be with us later.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
You're the biggest enemy.
You guys have been doing really well, and Flint, actually, I just want to say, I know that animals aren't your thing, but thank you for trying.
No problem. I just, need Batty to know that this is a two-way street.
She's been doing good, right?
Yeah, of course. But, yeah, everything's fine. I give Batty a side eye.
She looks up at you.
Okay, so where do we go? Flint, you know the way, right?
Yeah, lead us to a bar.
I just start wandering off.
You walk out the front door of the common room, and as you do, you see that there's a servant currently standing opposite of the hallway, so just like facing you as the door opens. And they're just kind of like, they look as if they're just kind of like looking around and then perk up. Oh, hello. Can I help you? Is there anything that you need?
Hey, where's the party? Is there a party tonight?
Yes. Oh, yes, we will be having a feast in the grand ballroom this evening. However, that's going to be for a number of hours just yet.
Oh, okay. Is there a pregame?
Would you like to play a game?
A drink before a drink is what he means.
Oh,
Like a tavern.
we
bar,
could bring
something
a
in-house?
well, the only tavern in Kinnor is the Whispering Wind. We could bring in a drink cart for you. We have liquor here in the castle.
You know, it might be kind of nice
Fancy.
to bring the people who were working in the Whispering Wood, something, and with some glad tidings or anything like that. Do we?
Quinn and I could throw a party in our room. Right, Quinn?
Absolutely, we can.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Did we tell
It's decided.
those people that we knew that like things are fine? I'd love to have them celebrate with us.
Are you talking to me?
No,
Oh,
no. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not in charge of
The
you.
Resistance, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but I didn't want to say it loudly.
Well, Prince Triv was down there, right? Like he knows what's going on, right?
Prince Triv is currently in the throne room,
Oh.
maintaining kingly business. But yes, I'm assuming that if any friends of Prince Triv were responsible for the events that just occurred, that they were quickly notified of the situation.
Great. I'd love to invite them myself, and that's a good place. So we don't put any extra
So-
burden on you. Do we want to go to the Whispering Wood? How far is that from here?
The Whispering Wind is
All right.
it's a simple 20-minute walk further into the city. However, I will say you see him kind of like struggle with like how to say it, and he just like decides, and then he says, "Prince Triv, his couriers are most likely already inviting them. However, if you would like to see them, we will not stop you. I just don't want you to feel like you have to go."
So we can leave if we wanted to.
Oh, of course, please, yes. We hope you do
Just wanted
return.
to ask that. I
We
just
hope.
wanted to ask.
We hope you do
I
return for the
telepathically
feast.
to Quinn say, phew.
Yeah, we'll be there for the feast. It's in our honor, so we gotta get.
Yes, of course, a little help.
Is there a gift shop nearby that I can kind of browse in?
Sorry?
Gift shop
Have
for
gift
the city.
shops?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love a
um,
good
Like
gift shop.
Souvenirs for the city. Like
oh, souvenirs. Yes, we have a souvenir shop here in the castle as well.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, of
I
course.
wanna
Well,
go
the city
there.
of Kinnor is quite a, unique place. In the 250 years that the souvenir shop has been around, we've had up to 10 customers. So,
Well, we gotta go check it out. Then.
What do you sell?
Well, let's go see.
yes, I could take you there if you would like.
Yes, please. What's your name, by the way?
My name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
My name.
And last
Yes,
name too.
your
if,
name.
if you have.
My name?
Date of
Do you have
birth.
Oh, it's your
middle
I'm sorry.
name too.
Real quick.
Your
favorite
name is my name?
My name?
My name.
No,
How do you
My
spell
name.
that?
My name.
But how do you spell it?
Oh, MOI. M.
What was that last part?
NOI.
Are you okay? Or
Medicine check. Is
Mem.
It's not phonetically.
That's Moim. You just spelled Moim.
Okay, and then my name. What's your last name?
You kind of trailed off there even at the end.
My name.
It's just my name.
My name. Two names?
No, just the one. My name.
No
You
middle
don't
name.
have a family. Tell
I'm
us
sorry?
about your family. Tell us about your family.
Would
You
you-
have to
Very
have a family.
forward, Morton.
You have to have siblings.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Can you take us to the souvenir shop?
Yes, of course. And he starts walking away, and he takes you right to the basically like you're on one side of the main foyer, and he takes you to the other side of the main foyer, and you walk into this stone room that is dimly lit more than other places. There's two shelves that line the center of the room. The same thing is on every shelf. A small stalactite that has been hollowed out with a small green glowing rock in the middle, and some of them have like little windows, so it basically just looks like little buildings. And at the bottom it says, the ravenous beauty of the city of Kinnor. And it kind of wraps around. And at the other end, there's just like this stone desk with a like kind of a ledger, like leather ledger on one side. And you walk in, and my name walks around the side of the desk and says, "Hello, welcome to the Castle of Kinnor souvenir shop."
Oh, my name.
Oh, that's fun.
Zach did not want us to ask him for help. That's why.
You run this by yourself.
My name's gonna run everything in this castle.
You run this souvenir shop by yourself as well as being a servant.
Well, I'm a master of many things.
Like what?
Would you like to buy something here?
Yeah.
We sell
What kind of stuff is around?
what I just described.
Any Dune Miss?
Two shelves filled with those items. There are two shelves in the middle of the room. There's nothing else in this room other than the stone desk and the ledger. And on those shelves are a bunch of little mini stalactite buildings, and that's it.
Considered expanding your business.
What'd you say?
I'll take one stalactite building, please.
Yes, of course. For a little help on the castle.
What do we have to do for that?
I want one too.
Yikes.
What do you have to do for what? I'm sorry?
Said you needed a little help with that, and then we could have it.
Listen, you're the one that chose the name. If it's going to be a bit every time, I suggest you change it.
We already have one bit like that, you.
Which little stalactite house is the cutest?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking my name?
I'm asking the DM.
Good idea.
Great question. Super good question.
I know you planned for it.
Go ahead and make a investigation check.
Okie dokie. Investigation. Ooh, 15.
Oh, they all look the same.
Oh, I don't want them then. I only wanted one of a kind, so.
I'll take one. I'll take two. I'll take two, please.
How
How much do I owe you? I'll give you a gold.
Do you make these yourself?
Do you operate on the gold standard?
I Well, first of all, yes, we do accept gold. And
Told you.
second of all, yes, I did make these myself.
You did?
Yes, I did.
How did
You should try some variety.
You're filled with questions, sir. Well, I go to a rock, and I take this little cutter that I have, and he goes out from under his desk, and he takes this, like, what basically looks like garden shears, but it's just, like, the mold of a stalactite on this, like, metal weapon. And he just presses it into like a nearby wall, and he says, and he moves it, and as he moves it, the screw turns and it kind of pushes the cut into the wall, and he says, if I do this for about 3 hours, I eventually get through, and I'm able to make one of these wonderful items.
Damn, I love rocks.
Yes.
I'll buy a second one.
You don't have to buy it. Honestly, as I said, we've gotten about 10 customers in 250 years, so please.
These are all stalactites. No, you got no mites in here?
Well, really, it's all about perspective, if you think about it.
Oh, that's deep. Sounds
I-
like a philosopher.
My eyes go wide. Wow. That's the beauty about being underground. It's all about perspective. Damn. I love it here.
Would you like to join us for a drink, Barney?
No, I'm very busy, of course.
We actually just lost a member, Edmund, so if you want to join our party permanently.
Well, I mean, Flint, I don't know.
That's a little bit
After
much, but I would like to have
audition.
a drink.
I just want to know more about this guy,
That's fair.
Should we go to the tavern?
Yes. Can you take us there, Maewyn?
I certainly can.
Thank you.
Do you have the
I
time?
could also-
I know you said you're very
I can
busy.
also tell you where it is.
Could you also relay a
Yeah.
message to our compatriots up in our area? They don't know we're going to the Whispering Wind, and it might be helpful if they knew that we were going there.
Daddy'll find me.
Chad speaks up, and he says that he will let Rosie and you know, because he's just going to go back to the room.
Oh, you sure you don't want to join? That's
Nope, and he walks away.
Wait, Chad!
no.
I run after Chad. No, sorry.
Have mercy.
All right.
We're
then.
really on one today.
Spring winds?
So I can tell you where it is, or I can escort you if you wish.
Escort.
Just tell us.
Okay, wonderful. I will escort you. And Moyne walks around the side of the desk and starts to escort you through the city. Eventually, about 20 minutes later, you arrive at the Whispering Wind, and Moyne looks at the rest of you, and he says, is there anything else that I can do for you before this evening?
Just take a break. Go take a break.
Can't, especially now. And he starts sprinting back towards the castle.
I think maybe he was too busy to help us, you guys.
Yeah.
Very nice fellow, though. Very nice fellow. I'd like to learn more about him in the future. He sounds very nice.
Yes.
I think we learned everything there is to know about. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
I-
we just leave him alone at this point.
I will find my name again.
Oh.
Okay, let's grab some drinks. This is as Morton would say, aperitif or whatever he said.
Aperitif.
Oh, whatever.
You're the one who said. Oh.
You only have 2 teeth? You only have a pair
No,
of teeth?
it's a word it's an Elvish word for like a drink or a.
Why don't you just say drink? Why do you
Yeah,
gotta
what?
so
I
high?
Speak Elvish. I've
What are
never
you- what are
heard
you,
that
Elvish?
word. But
You've never heard? Maybe it's High Elvish. Maybe it's a dialect thing. I don't know. But like when I studied Elvish, we learned about like a booze bouche, aperitif, entree. You know that whole thing.
no.
Whatever. And I walked.
You walk into the Whispering Wind, and you see Crag is behind the bar. Currently, he has 3 jackets that have been thrown over his bar that all have rips in the shoulder seams. And he's currently trying on another one that definitely looks like it's probably going to have the same outcome. As you walk in, he says, "Oh, hello! Welcome back. I heard good things."
Yeah, Craig, it's good to see you.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it! One of these takes
You should
350
talk
years.
to Rosie about that. She might
Think
be
I
able to
wouldn't
fix it for you.
Change much
Yeah.
metabolism, pretty much. Well, I heard you killed a big worm.
Basically,
Freed
yeah.
the city. Yeah. Pretty much heroes.
I've heard that's absolutely wonderful. I can't even begin to comprehend it at all. So,
Hey,
It was-
could you line up 5 of your strongest drinks for us?
Some apritatos for us.
A pair of teeth, if you would.
Bless you.
no, I cannot. But I can line up 6. And he walks over to the bar, and he comes back with 6. Basically, the most common material down here is stone, and so the 6 stone shot glasses. And he turns back around with a bottle. He uncorks it, gives it a whiff. Oh, whew, all right. And he pours liquid into each of the shots, and kind of like dry ice. This like mist rises out of the shot.
what is
And he
this?
corks it again immediately. This is from the underground lake of Tinara.
Oh yeah, this is good shit.
Is it? What?
I've never
what
had
makes
it.
So special.
I'm sorry?
What makes it so special?
Oh, it's just I don't know exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's fermented with water from that lake, and it's the strongest I've ever tried.
Are there other people in here?
Nope,
Or is it just us?
just you.
Well,
To the resistance.
To the resistance.
there you are. Shoot it back.
Yeah, downs it.
Yummy.
It's
How
good.
is it?
Huh?
How
It's
is
good.
it?
It's good.
Is it actually good?
It tastes like, I mean, like moonshine, basically.
Oh yeah.
That is.
My dwarven constitution come in. I'll take another one.
Well, that's what the 6 shot was for.
Oh, I take it.
Are you coming up to the castle later?
Yes, sir, that's why I'm trying to find a jacket that works for me, and I can't seem to do it.
You know what's on the menu for the feast? I assume some potatoes and some insects.
Well, mainly potatoes for sure,
Yeah.
and other, fungus type dishes. But it's a surprise what you can do with some of the funganoid plants that you find down here. It's really nice. And then of course, yeah, we're gonna roast a beetle.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Roasted beetles, such a good delicacy.
Yeah,
what's
it's
the
really
taste
good.
like, Flint?
What's what like?
What does the beetle taste like? I've never had beetle.
It's tastes like fish. Crazy enough. Exactly. Like, have you ever had tilapia?
Oh, it tastes just like tilapia.
Exactly.
Bottom
Oh
feeder.
yeah, you're very old. You probably that makes sense. You
That was
probably-
rude.
No, this is just
honestly.
a statement of fact. You probably have
No,
more.
I'm kidding.
Uh,
Are
so
you
we're-
gonna? No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna ask for another shot, maybe, if that's cool.
We don't want to get too drunk before the feast, right?
I actually haven't been drunk in many years. Just kind of like gets me
Okay.
at a base level.
That's not good, Flint.
Yeah.
I have a very strong tolerance.
Are you okay?
Yeah, of course. I've never been better.
Insight check. 12.
I think you noticed that Flint hasn't been taking any naps recently. He's like really on the up and up now. He's like really feeling like he's home.
Yeah.
All right. Just don't want to get too drunk before we get there, and we get drunk at the actual shindig, you know. How is everybody downstairs coming to the party?
downstairs.
Oh, well, they're not downstairs anymore, but yes, of course they're going to be.
Oh, good. I just wanted to make sure that.
At least I hope so.
Why is that?
I hope they come.
Oh, sounded wistful.
Wistful.
You're full of fancy words, aren't you?
Yeah, was it Elvish too?
No.
Okay.
So you went to some pretty nice schools in Bayhoff then?
Who?
You. Not you.
Well, you's not here, but yeah. I went to some okay schools. I mean,
Do your parents are your parents rich? Be honest.
no, they weren't.
Okay.
They died, so
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Can
I do an insight check because he just seems like such a fucking rich kid.
Yeah, for sure. Do an insight check. Evan, do an either persuasion or deception check.
Ugh.
I'm not going to tell you which one.
I know which one.
I know you know which one.
4.
19.
God.
You believe him?
Wait, I'm gonna insight check too because I want to know this. 9.
You believe him?
Okay, cool. Good, because if you have rich parents, I would probably not want to have you in our party because I don't really, because that. Oh no disrespect, but
That sounds exactly
there's a
like this
certain
guy.
work ethic that I value above having material gains.
What?
Me and Nate have rich parents, right?
Very rich parents.
Very rich.
Oh, but it's different for halflings.
Now wait a minute. Why is it different for humans than it is to halflings?
Because humans are a little shits, let's be honest.
They're a little full of
Yeah,
themselves.
the humans are the worst.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, you're not wrong about some humans, but I've been very helpful. I've been giving a little help this whole time.
I'd take a shot.
Hey, Quinn, you should play some music. It's kind of quiet in here.
And no more. Start playing some jams.
I'll just dance.
All right. So you all kind of pre-game with Crag.
Until it's time for the party.
Eventually, he just decides to rip his sleeves off of his jacket, and so he has a nice jacket with no sleeves, and that's what he wears as he escorts all of you to the feast. In that time, Rosie, were you doing anything in particular, or were you just mentally preparing for the evening?
So my intention was that because I got a little taste of Gilmarie time with that sending spell.
Yeah.
And that was with Crag, right?
That was
Crag did that
with
to me?
no.
No, Crag worships Dune.
Yes, Crag worships Dune.
Who
It was
has-
Prince Triv's companion. What was her name?
Oh, I thought I wrote it down.
Riva. Yeah, Riva.
Riva. Okay. Oh, I started to write it down. I wrote R, and then. Okay, so Riva helped me. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I was gonna. So then, kind of riding the high of that and wanting to keep Gilmarie in the loop, I would have spent a large majority of the time writing her a very long letter
Yeah.
that describes the whole thing with the worm, and I've never seen this before, and
Yeah.
things are really weird down here. The party's kind of sad. We don't like not being outside. Flint's doing great, in
Yeah.
case you were wondering. And just catching her up,
Cool.
kind of on everything. Not sending it, but just to keep it in case I can find a time to send it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I would say that you hangs out with you for a while, even if it's just kind of I think you both maybe kind of have a you're not doing the same thing, but you're in the same room with each other, so that's okay.
Doing nothing with
kind of
each
a thing.
other.
Yeah, doing nothing with each other.
Yeah.
And Chad comes back eventually and knocks on your door and lets you know that they went to the Whispering Wind. Chad kind of says that he wants some alone time, so he goes into his room. But eventually, your door is knocked on again. And you open the door, and there's a drow servant standing there. And he says, "Hello, my name is Moyne, and I am the servant that is going to escort you to the feast. Hooray!"
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, let me just get my shawl.
Oh, that's a lovely
ready.
shawl.
Thank
You
I
made
made
that
it.
yourself, I can tell. Yeah.
Do you want one? I'll make you one if you want.
Absolutely.
Okay, give me, maybe depending on how interesting this party is, maybe by the end of the night.
Oh, you honor me. You absolutely honor me. Thank you so
Oh.
much.
Of course. It was Moyne.
Morning.
Oh, very nice to meet you. Thank you
Yes.
for all you do.
Of course.
And let's go.
As you kind of walk away, Chad kind of catches up with you as well. And so you and Rosie and Chad follow Moyne, and as you approach, you can see that a large majority of the denizens of the city of Kienor have been invited to this party. When the three of you are, or when the four of you are traveling with Craig, there's a lot of people there, or like a lot of people that kind of like walk with you. Some people are just out in the streets having a good time and kind of celebrating.
Definitely
Okay.
playing the saxophone as walking down the street. Everybody going.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Anybody who is in ear sight.
Audio lead?
Yeah, in hearing range, loves it. So you approach the castle. You are immediately, obviously, recognized and taken through. You also notice that a lot of people recognize Crag, to them it makes sense that Crag is walking with all of you. So you are gestured in. You are taken into the main foyer, where, perfect timing, Moyne is standing there with Rosie, you, and Chad. And Moyne kind of waves to all of you, and Crag comes up and he says, "Oh, Rosie, it's lovely to see you. I heard such great things about the battle."
Oh, it was wild. Definitely one of our more interesting situations.
Oh, sounds like it. And how did the axe do? And Yu walks over and explains that they enjoyed their time with the axe, and then they give it to they kind of ceremoniously put it on their palms and hand it to Crag, and Crag looks back and he says, I'm tempted, but I love this thing too much." And he picks it up. And, just shoves it into his jacket. And you are taken in kind of further into the foyer, down the main hall, into these two large stone double doors that open up into just this grand hall with a very long stone table that's carved directly out of the room, that kind of just comes up out of the center of the room. Those same green gems just illuminating all up the wall. It's very intricately designed. I mean, it is an elven city, very clearly, just in a way that most of you have never seen before. There's some people already sitting down and eating, but Moyne kind of looks down and gestures and asks that you approach the far end of the table, where you see Prince Triv is sitting there, and you also see Brick and Nisa are there as well as the other three people who were there with Nisa, about to be sacrificed to this Volxerix. And as you approach, Brick kind of nods and raises his hand, and Prince Triv says, "Hello, welcome. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you could be here. Please take seats." And you all kind of take a seat next to Prince Triv, and Moynihan kind of like nods and walks off to the side through this like side door. Maewyn, go ahead.
Before we sit, can I just take out the short sword that Prince Triv gave me
Yes, of course.
and give it to him and say, I didn't need to use this, but thank you.
He looks down at it and he says, "Well, from what I'm to hear, you have a little bit more exploring you need to do down here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, how about you give it back to me after that?"
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. You never know. Could come in handy.
Prince Triv, have you ever been to Gora Hold? I think that the relationships between the Drows and the Dwarves will flourish after this day, as I am an ambassador for my people.
Well, Mr. Boulderbender, I apologize for not treating you with the respect that title comes with. I had no idea you were an ambassador of Gora Hold.
Flint's like,
Oh, no.
Shit. Conscious of crisis. Yes, I am.
I also think that the relationship of dwarves and drow should definitely increase. The past few kings that we've had, well, they thought the surface dwellers were of a unsavory sort, and whereas I do feel the underground is our realm, I think we should start branching out more.
I agree. Now all we have to do is get rid of that ugly language Elvish, right?
What is ugly about Elvish? I don't understand. I leaned like I'm not close to Flint. I'm a few stairs down. I'm like, what are you? What?
Just a little joke. Just a little joke. By the way, I'm not officially an ambassador, but I think of myself as an ambassador everywhere I go. I try to do the dwarvish people proud.
I was just going along with it, but of course. And he stands up at this moment, and he says, "Now, everyone, please, can I have your attention?" And the long table that is seating like 30 people, is quieted, and he takes the stone mug in front of him. It doesn't look as if it's like cave stone era. It's like a very intricately carved and designed mug made of stone. And he takes it up and he says, "This day is going to live in the history books of the city of Kino for a long time. Today, King Poltrix and the Volxerix that had its evil dark grasp over this city were destroyed and apprehended, and their power was taken away with a little help. And in honor of that," and he looks down, Brick kind of stands up, and he takes out his lute, and he starts playing a little song, and it's a intricate, short, little melody, that his voice kind of echoes in the hall, and he sings of a little help and their bravery, and each of you kind of get your own singled out line of the acts that you were able to commit, and the bravery that you showed, and the debt that the city of Kenor has. And it flourishes with a nice chord stroke, and people applaud, and he looks over and he says, "That's only the beginning. Of course, we will have a wonderful feast and party this evening, celebrating a little help. in celebrating what they were able to do for this city. And I know that we have some talking to do. I hope that we will be able to give you a little assistance as well. So, for now and forevermore, we are in your debt. For now and forevermore, we will praise and celebrate a little help. And everyone gets their drinks and cheers and takes sips, and music begins to play from a band off to the side, and the side door where Moynaim exited opens, and a bunch of servants come out. But you all pretty quickly realize that they all look like Moynaim. They look completely identical, and they're wearing exactly what he was wearing earlier, except now it has like an apron and a little like tilted chef's hat. And they come out and just completely in sync line up down the table, take out these silver platters, put them on the table, and then simultaneously giving it like a big, loud, booming voice, this echo in the hall. They all say in Elvish, "Bon appetit!" and they take off. And they take off the. I just learned the name of that the other day. Yeah. And underneath a variety of dishes, all mostly like potato tuber plant based, fungus plant based, and then right in the center are just these like slabs of meat that Flint to be the roast giant beetle. And another uproarious applause, and all of the servants that look like Moynaim kind of start to shift and back into the same individual, and he bows and starts to walk away, and walks out the side door.
I don't like that.
Also, Cuinn, because you would notice, as this is happening, you look over at the band that is playing. It is 5 different Moynaims that are all playing different instruments and giving the evening the atmosphere. And the feast begins, and the party is had. The food is very good. Everything tastes great. It's seasoned well. It's of colors and textures that you've never experienced before. But if you're adventurous, you like everything that you taste. It's different spices than you've experienced, different flavors than you've experienced. Flint, about like a few minutes into the meal, Moynaim comes back out and sets out a smaller platter in front of you and takes off the lid, and a very common dish from Gorahold, this like casserole that is made often from where you are from, it's called the Gora casserole, is put down in front of you.
Moynaim, you shouldn't have.
Well, that's all you talked about. And then he walks away.
I'm like leaning over the middle of the table and like grabbing at platters that are just out of my reach, and like putting bug meat on everyone's plates. Eat up, bug meat, everyone.
I give all my bug meat to Batty. I only eat the other things.
Yeah, amazing. Morton, what's up?
I, at some point after the meal, enjoying the very exotic tastes of beetle and all of that, walk over to the prince and just engage him in conversation. And I get to a point in the conversation where so what do we know of the king's plans, and what's going to happen to him now?
Well, the king has been taken into custody, and he will be held to trial here by the court of Kinor, and we will decide what to do with him.
And what of the changeling population? Are they loyal to him, or were they just servants like with the Volcerix creature?
They will each hold trial as well, those that we know of. And he kind of like, you see him kind of like look around the room.
I lean closer to him. Are you, and whisper as quietly as possible, are you concerned that they're still loyalists beyond?
We are quite certain that we have captured all of King Poltrick's changeling allies. But can we ever be 100% certain? He kind of just continues to look.
How did you capture them? What signs helped you capture them and discern the difference between the changeling and the not?
Well, if I were to let you know that, I wouldn't be the prince of this city now, would I?
Well, we might be facing that going forward in our journeys. It might be helpful. I mean, we mentioned Edmund, the one we did mention Edmund to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned Edmund, and we didn't know until we, found out, as it were. Do you have any insight on that you'd be willing to, give a little help?
He kind of just like looks down, and then Brick speaks up, and he says, "I already told you, friend, exactly how to find out if someone's a changeling."
Oh, so you're saying you've already...
And Brick kind of like shrugs, and then the prince says, "All it takes is an appendage.
Oh,
Removed from the body, it reverts back to its normal form."
interesting. Can you put it back?
No.
Huh.
I don't have that magics. Maybe someone does.
I didn't know that was quite a thing. I'm a fledgling magic user myself. I don't know a whole lot,
Me as well. Always been a user of the sword.
Ah, yes. What sword? That short sword. Are you trained with anything else? And then I just start to go and talk with him about that. A little unsettled by what, like, the attitude that he has and all that right now, but like kind of it hasn't fully coalesced, and I'm just trying to breeze past it like I am, and then might talk to my party about it later.
Mm-hmm. So as that conversation continues, he doesn't like rudely change the subject, but eventually the subject has changed, and he looks to the rest of the party and he says, "So, regarding getting all of you to the surface, King Poltrix, in his infinite wisdom, collapsed any of the tunnels that we have to the surface currently. So we are going to send a crew, me and myself included, to clear out one of the nearby tunnels, one that we think will get you safely back near Barrington. And it'll be me and a crew of my men, but most of the military have been... we're a little underhanded, and I know that you have this tomb that you need to go out and seek. But if a couple of you, maybe a couple good at fighting, we don't know what kind of beast we're going to run into. If you could maybe join us, that would be great." And Chad and you, both immediately upon hearing fighting, and also having hearts of service, speak up and offer their services, but then look to the rest of the party and kind of see like, is that all right with you guys if they go with Prince Triv and his crew while the others go and search for the tomb with Nisa and Brick?
Absolutely not.
I'm not on board with this plan.
No.
Well, okay, listen, hang on now. Okay. All right. Okay. I think we should let him.
I mean, you've been very worried about you. Are you sure you're fine with them going by themselves?
Yes.
You speaks up and says that although that they want their mother to be happy with what they're choosing, that they don't really need her permission.
Okay. Yes. Oh,
Stab her in the heart. Why
all
don't
right.
you?
I'm
Jeez.
dizzy.
I mean, they say it. They don't say it in a rude way.
Wow,
Oh, I
you
agree with them.
changed.
I agree with them, and I look them. I take their face and I look them in the eyes, and I say, "Do good work out there." And I squeeze maybe a little too hard.
Chad kind of leans while Rosie's doing this with you. Chad kind of like leans over to you, Morton, and is like, you know, we were just talking about how we kind of like just. I think if some of us are with him, you know, maybe I can get some more information.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Kind of playing off the conversation that you guys had about the like secret codes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you looks at you, Rosie, and is like, Mom,
Uh-huh.
I promise I'll be able to take care of myself.
I know.
And
It's not that.
what is it then?
I'm just gonna miss you. And this will be the first time I think that I just haven't had a lot of family all around me. So it's not you, it's me.
You kind of like looks around and says, I don't know, Mom, looks like you've got a lot of family.
Flint was right. It is all about perspective down here. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then he kind of like leans forward and gives you a hug, and they whisper in your ear, if I'm not going to be there to protect them, they're going to need somebody. They don't tend to be the most careful group. And someone needs to heal them. You know what I mean?
No, I gotcha. I
Yep.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah. But will you please just okay, I was making this for my name, but I think you should take it. And just a little extra. And I don't know if I can do this, but I would love to have just knitted a scarf that has a little bit of can I imbue a little bit of guidance in there? Is there some way I could do a magic item? I'll roll for it if I need. If I can't, it's just a beautiful scarf.
Yeah.
Encrusted with a pinchwee
Roll
symbol that I made up just now.
Yeah, roll a d20 and add your spell modifier plus proficiency bonus, and roll it at advantage.
Okay. Spell.
So basically, what a spell attack is. But I just didn't want to call it an attack. I said
At
advantage.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, I did a natural one. At advantage with my modifier.
So as if
and
it was
my
a spell attack.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. So 16.
With a 16, you create a scarf. With a 16, and you put your heart and soul into this thing, right? And you give it to you, and you feel like as if you have imbued it with the spell guidance, the cantrip guidance, and that you will be able to pull the cantrip guidance from this shawl. But how many times? You know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't ask Dune.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
And you looks at it and say, "Mama's the best one you've ever made."
You stay safe, okay? You stay safe. I swear to Dune.
You too. But until then, we can party. And you continue to party.
Yeah.
Prince Triv, is thankful for Chad and you joining, and he says, "Well, that's wonderful, but I have some business to attend to. But please stay here as long as you like, all evening if you want. You can see the sun come up if you want." And
You guys have a sun down here?
no, it was a figure of speech. That's why I did the
I would
quotes.
have loved to. All right. I'm gonna go play some music.
And kind of leaves you to your devices. And Brick and Nisa are still there. And Nisa kind of speaks up after the prince is gone. And she says, "So, hi. Didn't really get a chance to introduce myself earlier. My name is Nisa, and I am Brick's little sister. I can't thank you enough for what you did. However, Brick has informed me that you would like me to take you to the tomb that I discovered, and I will gladly do so come the morning. And if there's anything else that I could do, I'm forever in your debt, and I wanted to introduce myself and say that." And you see that she kind of like looks over at Brick, and Brick like nods, like, as if like this they had like discussed this and prepped her.
I personally would love to get to know you both more in depth, Brick and Nisa. That would be great over a drink or two.
"Well, we're drinking right now," Brick says.
There we go. So tell me your story, and I like add like very cinematically, like put down the mail.
Brick and Nisa, over a few more drinks, just kind of tell you that, you know, they've spent their whole life here in the city of Kinnor. Nisa says that she has always wanted to go to the surface, and so ever since she was little, she has always gone into the tunnels that have been around the city of Kinnor, and searched for a way to the surface, and is like constantly like Brick is always having to like go try to like find her. It's a very like she has a, you know, a wanderer's soul for sure, a wanderlust, if you will. And Brick tells you that, you know, they both kind of came from a middle to lower class family, and he found enjoyment in music and attended the college that the bards can attend down here in the city of Kinnor. It's basically like there's one school where they teach like all kinds of, not all kinds, but like a multitude of magics. And there's like 2 or 3 professors. Like it's not like, it's more of like a home, like a grandiose homeschool type thing. I mean, the city's rather small. But he says that he's trained in the Bard College of Whispers, and that, you know, definitely intrigues you, Cuinn. It's just like not really, you know, ever running into someone who has such similar abilities but also such different ones. But definitely throughout the night, the two of you harmonize on a variety of different melodies. He teaches you the song of A Little Help that he wrote. He calls it A Little Helpful Melody. And that's the song title. That's pretty much it. They're you know, they come from humble beginnings and have stayed pretty humble throughout the majority of their life. You do know that Nisa is only like 23 years old, like very young, even for a drow. And Brick is about 120, so about 100 years older than her. Nisa was the last child of their family. They had 3 more siblings, but their siblings and their parents were all killed during King Poltrix's reign. So they're the last 2 that they have. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Definitely, as Brick is doing like some harmonizing with Cuinn, that Morton starts doing a little flirting.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Just to see what's up, because now that he knows that he's 120 and this is a child, not gonna do that. Just gonna flirt the fuck out of Brick.
Yeah. Brick, I mean, he definitely seems to have priorities elsewhere, but, you know, he's a charismatic guy. Definitely is flattered and doesn't necessarily, like, you know, shut you down or anything. It depends on exactly what you do. Oh, that's how you flirt. Okay, gotcha.
That's not true, but
and then is there anything else in particular that anyone wants to do throughout the evening? The festival continues to go on. People come up to you and thank you for, you know, helping the city, and you start to realize that, I don't know, like, I can definitely tell that Quinn's been pretty on edge, Morton's been pretty on edge with all this stuff that's happening. It all feels weird. But amongst talking to the people, you see that they all kind of feel that way too. And that although there is this, like, air that everyone is putting on, and it seems to be kind of, like, forced a little bit from Prince Triv's standpoint, as in just kind of like, we have to get back to normal eventually, so, like, let's just, like, get to it kind of a thing, is, like, the vibe that you get that everybody's putting on. But most of the people that you talk to have very close loved ones that have been taken from them and killed. I mean, the population of this city during King Poltrix's reign went to, like, half of its full power. So, I mean, there's just, like, abandoned buildings, people who aren't around anymore. So, like, as you talk to people, it is a celebration, and it is a Festivus experience, but it is also but it is also there's a underlying current of overwhelmed of, I don't know, I think you get what I'm saying.
I do ask Brick, like, maybe in between one of our sets or songs or something, just like, hey, so who? I didn't want to bring this up to the prince, but, like, who should we talk to about, like, getting paid for our services down here?
Oh, no, that's a good question. Not me.
Adventuring's not free.
No,
you know,
of course.
A lot of overhead.
You know, I'm sure that there's just a lot going on in the prince's mind, and maybe he just kind of, like, didn't even think about it. But you do deserve to get paid, you know?
Right. Is there, like, a treasurer? Or
Yes. There is a treasurer.
Do you know who that is?
Of course.
Yeah, and you could point me in the direction.
Well, I could have Moynaim go and fetch him.
Yeah, that'd be great. Moynaim's not the treasurer.
Of course.
Awesome. Great.
And he gestures to Moynaim, who's over in the corner, and he walks up and he says, "Hello, yes, can I be of any service to you?"
Hey, Moynaim, I'm just wondering where do we pick up our check from, or, like, where do we...
just excuse me for a moment. He reaches into his pocket and gets out these bifocals that he puts on the edge of his nose, and he says, "All right, as treasurer of the city, I can tell you that the prince has not told me to give you any money. But, you know, now that I think about that out loud, that sounds a little, you know, he probably should, right?
Maybe.
So I will talk to him, of course, and you know, we'll see what we can do, and perhaps when you return from your journey to the temple, we will have something ready for you."
Excellent. You know, we are loaning you 2 of our party members, so if you just want to factor that in there, it's hourly rate. But yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Make a persuasion check.
Christ, you fucking capitalist.
Man.
That is a 23.
Of course. Yes. What is the hourly wage, just so that I know? And he pulls out this, like, notepad.
I mean, what would be, like, a reasonable, like,
for like an armed guard security, it would be like, I mean, Okay, so if you were to just like go to the city of Baron, like the securities guild, they charge 2
I know
gold,
gold is a lot, so like a 2 gold a day.
2
or
gold
something
per
like that.
day per person.
Okay.
And then depending on the job, there's also usually like another like lump fee.
Hazard pay.
But that's the exactly, like that's the hourly, like 2 gold per day per person.
Yeah, so like 3 gold per day, I think about
Oh well, of course. I mean, the Volxerix was a beast in its own right.
Mm.
Of course, yes.
That's above and beyond. That's just for Chad and.
Oh yes, yes, of course. Chad, you, and then wonderful above and beyond, and I'll get the contractor to sign up write up a contract as well. It's okay. Is there anything else that you can?
No, yeah,
Okay.
just any additional, whatever tip you guys feel we are.
Tips, of course. Tips. Tip. And then is there any sort of subject matter that you like the tip to be on, or?
Gold, just a tip in gold or platinum. We do take platinum.
We don't know much about the gold mining industry, but we can give you some tips on that if we just maybe talk to. Is there anything else that I can get either of you?
No, just another round, and yeah, just go.
Of course. And he takes off his bifocals, goes into his sleeve, pulls out the chef's hat. I'll be right on that. And he walks away.
They need to hire some more staff. This guy's working hard.
And then Brick looks at you and says, "Oh, well, he's not a guy." So.
Well, yeah. Is he like a being?
Yeah, I guess you could call him like a being. Yeah, right. He looks like us, but he's not a drow. I don't know what he is. He's been around, well, always, kind of always been around. Yeah. Yeah, always. Yeah, just always.
Does that seem odd?
Of course. Yeah. We also have a tavern. We also have a tavern run by an 850-year-old minotaur. I mean, things are weird down here.
Fairly normal.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I can speak up on that. I pull away from whatever flirtation I was doing. I talked to him about that, and that's normal. But my name is very, very interesting. Is there like something arcanic going on there?
No, it's not. He's not a magical creature. At least he's not shown any magical abilities that I know of.
What about splitting up into like 50 people? Does that
pretty
seem magical at all to you?
No one splits up into 50 people. What do you mean by that?
Is there a Moy name nearby?
You don't. Oh yeah, the band.
I go up to the band and count.
Uh-huh.
And there's 5, right?
Yeah.
I turn back. There's 5 here.
Well, yes, but it's not 50. So it is
20. What?
Yes, up 23 individuals is what he is able to do. That's the most I've ever seen.
And that's
is
not
there another-
magic?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just something he's able to do. I don't know. And you kind of seem that he's like... There's like a very weird like flippantness that he has about this. I mean, you're kind of picking up on it already, but it seems like strange. It's strange.
Is there another like servant Moy name passing?
Nope. You don't currently see any.
Moy name, servant Moy name. I need a drink real quick.
And
say that out loud.
he comes out of the double doors carrying 2 plates. Yes, of course, I heard you the first time. And he's walking over, and he brings out the drinks. Hello.
Quick question for you.
Yes, of course.
Do you have any divine abilities? Are you of anything divine?
You could say so, I suppose.
Oh, shit! I did not expect to get that right on a straight answer. What? Can you explain that?
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm guessing the DC is 30.
I'm so glad I didn't make him a scarf.
All right, that's okay. It's 21.
Oh, He kind of like looks you up and down. Well, I've just been around for a long time. I've just kind of been around.
Huh.
What do you like? I'm a half. and you are
Mask.
Oh,
a mask.
Moyning.
What have I heard of a mask before?
Rosie, roll a religion check, and Quinn, you can roll a history check.
Morton is gonna for sure just go like this. There's nothing he can.
It's a natural 1, but I can roll natural ones. 12.
I also got a 12.
No, doesn't really ring a bell to either of you.
Mask.
Can I make just like an insight check?
Sure.
My name?
Yeah,
To see if he's like actually clueless or if he's lying.
for sure.
I got a 9.
9.
We're
Doesn't
doing
seem to
so
be.
good today.
Doesn't seem to be lying.
Interesting.
I would
Mask.
love to sit down and have a drink with you and talk about whatever this.
Yes, I know you've said so multiple times. Yes.
I have a confession, Moynim.
Yes, of course.
It's going to be a little longer on the Shaw.
Oh, wonderful.
You see, my child is going to fight the good fight, and
Of course.
so I gave it to them.
He looks over at
And-
you.
Oh yeah. Very proud, but maybe tomorrow I can get you that.
Of
Shaw.
course.
Okay. Do you want me to put anything on, like, you?
Honestly, the fact that
class?
you're even considering it, it's wonderful. Thank you so much. Truly.
Okay. Well, and you don't have to pay for it.
You know what? If you could,
tell-
actually, if you could put like, you know what? Never mind. Sorry.
No, so say it. Go ahead.
Rosie could do
ahead.
some crazy. She could put
Yeah.
whatever you want on there.
True.
Perhaps you could put a coin.
Oh, like a little emblem of a coin.
Yes.
Does that
Okay.
have significance to you in some way?
Not to me. Of course it does.
Oh.
What's your earliest memory?
I'll look at Morton as he says that, and I'll look back to Moynim, and I'll cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. What is the saving throw for that? Wisdom?
A charisma of 14.
Charisma. Okay.
Why not so? Yeah, who else in this zone?
I mean, it's
in
a
the
60
zone?
foot.
He willingly fails.
Oh. Okay.
And you see Moynim kind of like smirk.
What is your earliest memory? I'd be interested to know.
Honestly, it's hard to remember. It's hard to tell. Earliest.
I mean, you should be able to remember your earliest memory.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
Probably has something to do with my brothers and sisters. Coming here with my brothers and sisters, I would say.
You have a big family.
Very large, yes.
I have a big family also.
Honestly, you kind of forget after a while, but I think last time I remember there's 20 some of us. Around 20.
23?
No, not 23, no.
Okay.
Do they all live here?
No, I haven't seen. I don't know where they are. They're all gone for quite some time now.
And excuse me for being a little forthright, but what's going on with all the other things we use that are around?
They're useful, are they not?
Oh,
Yeah,
incredibly.
definitely. They're very nice.
Literally impeccable cells.
Wonderful.
But how?
It's something I'm able to do.
How?
Who taught you?
How can you do what you do?
I
Practice?
practiced for a long time. I used to run off to the woods and use my bow for
Well,
like
I practiced.
12 hours a day.
I've run through woods.
How long have you been practicing?
Oh, hold on.
You have?
Hold on. There's no woods down here.
Well, I haven't spent my whole life down here.
Where? What woods? What woods are you even running around? Maybe I've been there.
Well, the Illidrin Wilds, for one.
Hmm.
No way.
Of course.
Have you ever heard of Dune?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
I
How
don't
do you
like the way
feel?
that you said that.
I don't like him.
Oh, why don't you like him? I like contrarian opinions that are like based in something. This is very interesting. Why
Have you
don't
met him?
Of course I've met him, and he thinks he's all that.
You've met Dune?
I drop my glass and it.
You met
I
Dune?
finished my drink.
What?
Okay, you're gonna have to expand on that just a little bit.
No, I
Say
don't.
more.
Oh,
Say more.
that's fair. That's fair.
Oh my goodness, you've met him. What's he
Hold on.
like? Oh my gosh.
It's pretty much as old as time.
Approximately.
Fuck
Hmm.
off, really?
How?
This is very fun.
How?
I'm sorry?
And you're
How?
How are
Have
you
you
all
really
the
not
time?
figured it out?
No,
Are you
how?
I literally
you
said
doing-
my name.
My name.
Are you evil?
No.
Rude.
Okay.
Exceptionally rude.
I am not evil. I'm neutral.
Are you a god?
Yep.
Hmm.
Are you Dune?
Do you?
No, I'm not Dune.
Thank you. Thank God.
Oh.
Who
God.
are you?
Did he actually spit?
He didn't know.
Damn it.
Okay, well maybe we should.
Maybe we need a little help.
Yeah, you. wanna-
You all start to like look around. Time has like stopped.
Oh.
How?
And
His
you
name is
and you're like you kind of like try to leave the area of the zone of truth, and you can't get out of the area of the zone of
I
truth.
don't try to leave. I stare at it. I am loving every part of this. That is.
I telepathically to Cuinn say, how?
I don't know what's going on.
Well,
right
unfortunately, after this conversation, you're not going to remember anyway.
How?
Why?
I am the god Mask, and I've been here for, well, ever since the Divine Blight, and ever since that idiot thought that he could banish all of us. He didn't banish me. I stayed right here, right under his nose.
You're the god mask.
Yes.
Oh my Dune.
Somebody stop me.
You're not doing anything. What are we stopping you from? I'm having a lovely conversation.
Oh my God. You...
Sorry, that was the.
I got it.
That
Oh, I
was
got
the
That
sort
was
of
good.
truth coming. I was.
Yeah.
was good.
That was
Okay,
good.
so.
Anyway, it's been really fun telling you all of this, but I
Well,
think we need to stop now.
okay, can I remember some things?
No. And he kind
wait,
of
wait,
waves
wait.
his hands.
Oh, damn it.
And as he waves his hands, you're all sitting there talking to Moynaim. And Moynaim finishes his long story about how he's lived in the city of Kinnor for quite some time, and his family has always been servants of the king of the castle of Kinnor, that this is an ability that he's had from his bloodline for a very long time, an ancient sect of Drow that were capable of doing such things. And that he finds much pleasure and servitude, and you remember nothing of the last 5 minutes.
You're a good
Boring.
one, Mask. You're a good one. I can tell. Or, sorry. Oh,
course.
God.
Mask.
I don't know why I said that. I
Shit, shit.
apologize. I
No,
didn't mean to.
you do say that.
I did say, I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
I turned to the group. Let's get out of here. This my name guy's boring as hell.
Well, if you haven't,
As you all walk away, I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, the one thing I'm so good
And
at.
nice.
15.
Oh, 16. Which with my
18.
minus 1 is a 16.
Wisdom saving throw. Twin dice.
7.
It's gonna be bad.
I know.
is it a
Nice and
magic?
bad.
An 11. Do I want to use my inspiration? No.
Is it a magical effect?
Did you roll a 6, Eric?
No, I rolled an 11.
Okay,
That's
okay.
0. That was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who got the highest?
I got an 18.
Not me then. I got a 16.
Rosie, the memories come back to you.
I said mask, and I was like, Matt, I don't know.
And as you walk away, you remember everything, and also remember that the rest of them don't remember.
So then I can do the thing I wanted to do before you took us out of that. Is can I look at him, and is there anything on him that I can like recall? Like, is there anything specifically with the one that we talked to, that like any physical item that's on him that kind of delineates him from?
I mean, it's his outfit that he's been wearing, but you
Yeah.
you don't see any jewelry, you don't see any like accessories.
Okay.
You know his bifocals that he has, you know his hat that little chef's hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it.
May's just very concerned and really trying to figure out why.
That guy's kind of a dud. Yes.
Yeah.
He can split himself into however many magically.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just kind of like
Absolutely
nothing
no
between the ears.
personality.
I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to do that.
My tummy hurts.
As we're walking out,
It's the bug.
or he's walking out.
Yeah, I think for the sake of brevity, the evening's events have come to a close, and you are all walking back to the common room to settle down for the evening.
As soon as we're out of, like, as soon as the common room doors close and it's like us, Chad and you have already left, right? They're
there. They're there.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look to the group and I'll say, okay, I have something very interesting to tell all of you. And I don't know if you're going to believe me, because I don't really even believe me. But that person back there, Maewyn, that's not his real name. His real name, is Mask.
That's that's a thing on the face. That's
No, his
Somebody
name is
stop me.
Mask. I think it's spelled Masque.
Was
I
that
don't know if that's
is
true,
that
but I'm
Elvish?
guessing. I think so. And then I'll go ahead and I'll totally tell them, like,
roll
literally
the persuasion check.
Okay. And I'm not making this up, because I don't want to bring any other gods into this. And listen, I'm not that great at persuasion, but please believe me, I got a 7. Please believe me. Just believe me when I tell you.
Yeah, Rosie, I believe you.
You don't have to, but
I'm gonna say with a 7, I am going to let you individually decide if your character would believe this.
I mean, Rosie's not a liar. I don't know.
I will accept either. I will accept either response.
I knew I was concerned for a reason, so this makes me
This
feel
is
a
why
little better, honestly.
Dune is the
gonna
one
flip-
true God. We don't need
I'm
all
gonna
this.
flip a coin. I don't believe you.
That's okay. I figured you'd be the one, Morton. You're a hard nut to crack.
Well, I mean,
You've
he explained his
seen some of the
entire.
world.
He explained his entire family life. I mean,
Yeah,
was that a lie?
I think it was truthful, just not all the way, which is a lie.
I feel like I would know that someone were a god.
I believe you, Rosie.
Thank
Me
you.
too. He's a bad
I-
boy.
Oh, this has been quite a day. Goodness.
Should we tell Prince Triv?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that we should. I think we should just focus on the task at hand. We've got a lot more to do down here. We got to find this tomb. Nisa is small, but she seems to know what's going on. It's just so much.
I'm gonna hug Rosie.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this feels nice. Okay.
Oh.
I'm usually the one that's hugging. It's nice to be hugged. Thank you.
Anything else that you want to take care of before you fall asleep for the evening? Going once, going twice, sold.
I'm gonna cast enlarge on myself.
Oh God!
You all find yourselves asleep for the evening.
Night.
Rosie, you are the first to wake up as you leaves early. You and Chad have been called upon early in the morning to head out with Prince Triv, and so they do so. And then eventually the rest of you are called upon as well. And that is where you're going to take a little bio break as you wake up in the morning and then head with Brick and Nisa to this temple. So don't go anywhere. Stand up and stretch, stay hydrated, and come back to this chaos here in a bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. Yeah, and you know what? We're friends. We're friends and we're having a good time. So they all, you have all awaken. A little help has left this morning, but a bigger portion of a little help is still here. And
Actually, Chad makes up like half of this.
That's true. You walk out into your common room as like one by one, or just like as you wake up in the morning, and Brick and Nisa are already there, just kind of like getting ready for the day. And Brick, nods to you all as you enter. Nisa seems to be a little nervous, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything that anybody does in this early morning time, or?
Nisa, come. Oh.
No, you're good. I just want to sit down and have a moment with Batty.
Okay, yeah.
And tell her, like, when I notice that Nisa's a little bit nervous, give her some scritches. Say, first of all, you've been doing a great job with Flint. Just keep ignoring him. Okay? Second of all, protect Nisa today, okay? As we're traveling, protect Nisa.
She walks over to Nisa. Sits there.
That's all.
Nisa's kind of like, oh, she, I mean, to Drow, a giant badger is close to a dog, so she kind of gives it a little bit of scruff.
An emotional support badger.
Yeah, exactly.
I do walk up to Nisa.
A long rest was had, by the way. I don't know if I had to spell that out, but
Oh shit.
I go to Nisa and I say,
if I did, it would be A space LON. Okay, sorry.
I walk up to Brick and Nisa and I go, Brick, I know you have experience with some combat, but just
Right. Yeah.
Nisa, do you have any experience with combat?
No, not much of a fighter. Never really done much of that. But I'm an expert at exploring and hiding.
That's great. Just in case you need to hide with the weapon. Shoot! I take out a dagger, and I go, okay. Do you know how to? I assume you use knives and all that stuff before, like chopping up things.
Yeah. Don't stick them with a pointy end.
I was gonna do a really bad Kit Harington. And I know. And then I get a dagger and I go, just in case, I don't think, I mean, as soon as we get there, I'm assuming, and I'd say to the room at large, I'm assuming we don't want to keep them with us while we're in the tomb. That's going to be incredibly dangerous.
I was even gonna say, Nisa, is there any way you can just like point us in the direction? Can we get there? I just don't want to put you in any risk that's necessary.
It's more of a feel thing. Like, I don't know if I could, like, I remember, like, if I'm at the T intersection, I know where to go. But if I'm to think of it in my mind, it's a bit harder for me.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so
But as soon as you feel like you can point us, don't feel like you have to stay.
Okay, I mean, I want to do whatever you need to do. I mean, you saved my life, so.
Well, I don't want to have to save it again. No.
Right, sorry, yeah.
No. You don't need to apologize for that. That wasn't your fault. So let's be clear about that. That was not
Lighthearted joke.
Brick kind of like pats Nisa on the back and says, "No, don't worry about that. If we cannot follow you into a dark, dank tomb, We won't.
Great. I was gonna see if that applied to you as well, Brick, but I wanted to double check before.
Well, the only reason it does apply to me is because I'm not going to leave my sister alone. I would go in with you, but can't leave Nisa out alone, of course.
Understand.
Brick, you're so honorable. Love you, man.
Hey, you too, from handshake.
Firm handshake. Slap on the back. Very
This is lovely.
Let's go down and I'll come back and get it when we need it. Just wanted to
Oh,
let you
wonderful.
know.
Great. Well, and yeah, thank you. I will use it to protect me and my brother, so thanks.
Also, I have one quick last thing to say.
Right.
As he rides off on his Harley.
That doesn't usually happen here in
That's the prince and everybody else going up into the thing. Chad and I talked about maybe code words. Seeing as there are changelings about, it might be helpful if we have a code word or code phrase for if, something happens in the tomb and we don't, one of us looks like, if somebody looks like us, we need to know if we get a weird vibe or anything, we need to know who they were. Do we want to establish that now before we leave while we're in
I think so. That's a good idea.
the
Yeah.
area?
Yeah.
What do you, and it can be the same phrase, it doesn't have to be different for each of us, but does anybody have any suggestions for that?
Brewster's Garden.
Brewster's what?
Pringles.
We can.
Yes.
It can
It's
be.
better than
Where
Well,
is your
Pringles, yeah.
favorite place? And the answer is Brewster's Garden.
Lying in Brewster's garden.
Flying in Brewster. Oh.
I like that so much so I'm going to write it down because my dumbass will forget and get myself
Yep.
killed.
Well,
That's a
don't
good
lose
idea.
it if you write it down, because then someone can get it, and then they'll know, and then they'll.
So
infiltrate
sorry.
it.
That was the player in his accent while he wrote this thing down.
Oh. Gotcha.
I do have to say some of the best produce I've ever had has been out of Brewster's garden. And I've had some good produce.
Addie agrees.
I wonder if we'll ever grow anything there again. I wonder if my house is okay.
I'll plant a garden there when we get back.
Do you want to? Do you all just
Can
want
I?
to come live with me when we're done?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess I have to
Well-
talk to Cuinn about it.
You don't have to. You can be an independent woman.
Let's make those plans after we.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
good
at
call.
least I'll make a garden for sure.
Okay, well, I'll hold on to it.
It's never
It'll
good to
keep
make
me
future
going.
plans because then we will for sure die. So
I don't really get gardens. Like, what's the point?
You plant vegetation, like sometimes beautifying
potatoes.
potatoes.
Yeah, we
Like
can
potatoes?
grow
That's a
some
garden.
potatoes for you, Flint.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. And I'll slice all the beetles you want.
Thank you. I just don't like
No.
how prominent the sun is in the whole garden process.
That's fair.
Well, you
Well, you know what I always
like
say.
the sun.
What do you always
Life's
say?
a garden. Dig it. Yeah. So should we?
Wow.
Yeah,
Let's get
let's
the fuck out
go.
of here.
Should we
Here
get
we
like a
go.
banana and get the fuck out of here?
Well, I have some rations left. Do you want to
We'll
split
work
them?
on it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Roll out.
All right. So
Autobots.
you all transform into vehicles and drive out.
Decepticons.
We have some Decepticons.
I'm
I'm calling changelings Decepticons.
Oh my gosh, Eric, that was so funny. I'm like tempted to give you like a D4 on your next roll. You all
Tempted to?
so you all travel throughout the tunnels. Nisa and Brick lead the way. It's a pretty uneventful, boring travel. You go for about 3.5 hours. Just for the fun of it, Rosie, make a...
Sorry, I brought an apple along. Does anybody want some?
Make an intelligence check.
A check.
Straight intelligence.
6.
Okay, cool.
I love when you do that. It's my favorite, and I love it.
I think maybe I will allow May to do the same.
Well, I would think we were talking because I wanted to tell her how wonderful the party was last night. And also, I'm really glad that we got to dance together, and I was really sorry that I denied her that one time.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
You
Oh,
shouldn't
actually,
dance unless you want to dance.
May, actually, sorry, whatever you roll doesn't matter. Because I think it should
But
be...
it was a 3.
Because I think it should be Cuinn.
All right. Intelligence check.
Yeah.
What did you roll, mate?
3.
Oh,
That is an 8.
Okay, cool.
It's probably.
Well, then I'm going to just tell you as players that none of you remember the fact that, all 40 of those workers have just been waiting for you, hopefully, if they're still there or alive.
Well, they knew what we were about.
It's only been like 2 days. They can camp.
Can they? They had nothing but rags on them.
But they were
Fine.
Look at my short sword. That's why
Yeah,
I only have one.
Safety.
And the worst to worst, they'll just start eating each other. Come on, we planned this.
Yeah, 40 people, you guys are right, 40 people in the jungle, in the woods, not hard to track. Or
Wait,
super hard to track.
I hate this.
As long as there's at least half back, successful.
We know how to do this better than the DM.
What is it? What is it?
This is like
campaign? Fuck off.
Okay, alright, listen.
Listen.
You continue to walk, and then eventually, you okay, Angie? Her cat's doing something.
You can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
You-
You're muted.
It's fine. It was just a demon.
Oh well. All right.
Casual demon. Okay, so Nisa eventually kind of stops after a while, and she's like, "They're just around the corner there."
Thank you, Nisa.
We're here. Okay.
I give Nisa a
And-
firm handshake.
She shakes your hand and says, "Ow." And then you all should see
Oh god, here we go.
Uh-oh.
the bottom of a map.
I thought you were gonna say a body. I got real scared.
And it's Nisa's.
Am I correct? Is that what you see?
Yes.
Huh?
All right.
Well, it's really about
What?
perspective.
Get over yourself. Go ahead and put your tokens down if you wouldn't mind.
Is it dark? Like, or is there light?
It's currently dark.
Oh heck.
We don't need light. I'll
I'll,
forge ahead.
I'll have a torch then.
Yeah, I'm assuming you would have had a torch out for a while. Yeah.
I can cast light also on my.
Is
Perfect.
light a cantrip?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right, then.
The only
You
problem
said
with
that.
light is that people might see us. Maybe we should go
Sure.
in dark.
But I can't see them if there's no light.
But I can see. I'll let you know.
I can.
But
I would
wait,
rather
I feel like we had this problem before where you could have told us what was going on, but you didn't. Am I misremembering that?
No, I went ahead and I found Brick, who, by the way, is rad as hell. So you're welcome.
Yeah, but no, but there was something before that. Didn't you? Wasn't there a I might be making something up. I don't know. Maybe I'm still drunk. Here we go.
Rosie, go ahead and put your token out there.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was trying to get my.
You're all right there, sweetheart. Don't worry about
Oh,
Hell
Dad,
yeah.
is that you?
it.
That voice comes from the fucking tomb. It's all right, sweetheart.
It's all right, sweetheart. Don't you dare
Oh.
worry.
There it is. Okay. Sorry.
You're good. Hey,
I'll be right
okay.
here.
you're good.
I'm having troubles today.
Angie,
I'm
hurry
just
up.
bored.
So you see ahead of you a stone wall that is definitely crafted. And in the middle, you see a large stone door with a red paw that is like very faded on the door. And above the door is a bunch of words that I think only Matt understands as the only person who speaks primordial.
Spanish.
Finish also.
So I actually technically don't speak primordial, but I do know how the spell comprehend languages as a ritual.
Oh, I thought you just knew primordial. My bad.
No, I don't, but I will flip through my little book.
Okay.
Do some Duolingo classes real quick.
So you you kind of look at the letters and you like kind of see that they like your brain wants to understand what they are, and you go into the book and you flip open the book, and just as always when you use this tome that, by the way, when Flint is using this tome, the rest of you just literally see him as if he's miming looking at a book. His hands are just empty.
Yes, I went to school. You don't need to make fun of me.
Shut up, nerd, I'm reading.
But as this tome always works, you actually don't really flip to any page. You just open the book up on any random page. It looks blank for a moment, and then the spell that you require comes forth. And you cast Comprehend Languages, and you see that above the door in Primordial, it just says, "Here lie High Priestess Nivara."
All right, everyone. This is High Priestess Nivara tomb. We're in the right place.
Man.
Can I make a nature check to see if I can tell what kind of animal the paw print is?
I won't even make you roll a nature check. You've seen a wolf paw print before.
What's a wolf? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I take is there? I'm assuming there's like some sort of stones nearby. Like
Yeah, like a little small pebble somewhere. Yeah.
I take one about like yay big and just chuck it as far as I can. Basically, I'm trying to see if there's any magical barrier, anything that's preventing us from walking up.
It's as I'm walking up to it.
It ting, bounces off the wall, hits the ground. Kind of startles Cuinn.
Is the gate locked?
It is a door, and it is. And do you try the door?
Yeah.
It is not locked, just incredibly heavy.
Gonna need somebody strong.
Oh, I straight up. This is stone, my specialty.
Okay, you don't have to roll anything. It just, it's just a very heavy door, but you kind of lift it up off the ground, drag it across the rough rock, and immediately you're kind of basked in this dim blue light, as what you see in front of you is that. It didn't work, did it?
No.
Nope.
What you see in front of you is... Here we go. This is perfect. That.
Ooh.
Oh. These rugs are atrocious. Can I cast Mending on them?
It'll take you a while, but you can if you want.
I'd like to investigate for any sort of traps or anything that are around.
Roll an investigation check.
Cuinn and I just walked in.
Oh, fuck off. I got a natural 1, which would have made it a +6, so...
You don't notice any nefarious traps.
I don't notice any nefarious traps.
I mean, I'll walk in the room.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll walk it right in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing really happens. You do see that where the blue lights are coming from are humanoid skulls with these melting candles on them that seem to have this kind of... You've seen magic similar to this before. It's just like this kind of never-ending magical eternal flame that these candles have. But
does
each candle... it does not give off any heat. And each candle that you see is on top of a skull. And it is very chilly in here.
Does it? Do I have I'll take a small piece of cloth if I have it from like my own clothing.
Sure.
See if it burns.
No. Passes right through it.
Wow.
That's cool. I want to learn how to do that. There's so many things I want to learn how to do.
I like this
Hopefully-
place. Could I just
make
do a
it out of
general
here.
vibe check? Oh.
Are there any? Oh, there's openings.
Okay, so yeah, Cuinn moves into the main hallway,
And I'll look
and
back. She's like, why am
I'm
I
with
leading
Cuinn.
the way? What am I doing?
you see that to your left,
Zoom out slightly.
And you see that to your right. Actually, as a matter of fact, you see a little bit more to your right.
All right, everyone, let's split up.
No.
That's
Oh.
probably about
No, we don't need to be even littler.
But
I'm going with Flint if we go.
is there
we split up.
anything that I can roll in terms of like indicating where, like, I don't know. So we're looking for an actual like sarcophagus tomb, right?
You don't know what you're looking for. You were looking for this
no.
tomb, and you've now found it.
Okay.
Something in this tomb is supposed to be being sought by the Animalia. By the way, I will say that you see this is a door. Why can't I click? Here we go. This is a door to your right.
Okay.
And this is a door to your left. Right here, it opens up into, it just like turns a corner, and there's a large opening there. And same over here.
Can I pull a Gandalf and smell to see if there's like foul-smelling air in one direction?
I was gonna have Batty do the same because she's good at sniffing.
That would be probably better.
Yeah, make a perception check for Batty.
She has advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a 3.
Stand by Flint.
And that's a nat 1. So in total, it's a 4.
She kind of like is uncomfortable by the general smell of the direction to the left.
Batty doesn't really like the smell this way, so maybe we should go this way.
Well, if we're looking for a tomb, would that not
Right.
give off a good
I think-
smell?
Yeah.
Right, so we should go where Batty
To
doesn't.
the left.
Right. Yes. Okay.
But there's a door over here. Does anybody want to see? And I walk up to it and like, take my rapier out and just tap the door over
Which-
to the left.
Which door?
On the left,
To the
yeah.
left? Okay,
thought
so
we
when
were
you
going left, right?
when you go to the left, you
To
see
the left.
Queen Esnayeb.
you see this.
It's deep cut.
And yeah, still the door. You tap it. It's just
Yeah, I'm
ting
like-
ting ting.
I like stick on this side.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just ting ting ting, and then over here, you see a door that is open, and here, it looks like something. It looks like something is. There's just a bunch of rubble from the temple over here mixed in with like ground and earth and rock.
You know,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, just how good could these gods be? You know, they keep their place a mess. Like, it's probably good they got banished. Dune,
Yeah.
you know, is the best of them.
I cast Mage Hand and open the door next to me.
The doorknob does turn, but Mage Hand is not strong enough to actually push the door.
It says it can open an unlocked door or container.
And it does open it. It's just physically
Oh.
a very heavy door.
Only
I
push
see.
5 pounds.
Yeah, Mage Hand can just only push 5 pounds. So it's like you don't get the. So it's not locked. You definitely even see it like, but it's like it's gonna take a while if it's just your Mage Hand doing it.
Why is everybody so afraid of opening doors?
But
Yeah.
in a tomb of like people who were trying to sacrifice people,
Yeah.
there might be a trap.
Everybody's dead and gone. Everybody's dead and gone. So,
You know that
I'll open the door.
You.
What do you do?
All right. You open the door and mwahaha. No. You see this. You see a room with 3 beds in the room, all 3 of which look to have decrepit, decaying bodies on them. How long does comprehend languages last?
Let's see.
I think it's an hour.
How long does the spell last? 1 hour.
On the like plaques of each bed, you see that they say that these were archpriests or archpriests of High Priestess Nivara, and that this is not something you're unheard of in these ancient tombs from the Forgotten Realms gods, and even you, Rosie, are kind of familiar with the stuff like this. These priests were here to serve High Priestess Nivara in the afterlife, and kind of like remained here with her permanently. You see that all of them have like indications of a slit throat on whatever skeletons or bodies remain. Morton, what's up?
I get it.
Can I try and grab and pick up to like use and hold the skull to my right?
The light?
Yeah, because I realize that in case it gets dark, we only have one dark vision, and I think we have light, but just in case I get separated, or if we get separated.
Yeah, you go and you grab the skull. Nothing happens. You lift it up. Seems
Yeah,
to...
I hold on to it. That's gonna be my like torch
Totally.
for the time being. In case of separation.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
investigate the room for anything hidden.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm gonna stay out here.
That's a 19.
With a 19, you notice in the middle bed on the name plaque, there's just like a little bit of like a gap barely between the plaque and the actual bed, and you kind of pull on it slightly and the plaque comes out as if it is a drawer. And in this drawer is a old looking tome.
I like poke it real quick and like remove my hand,
Nothing
and then
happens.
if nothing happens,
Dust
then
like...
I
I'm
grab
afraid of
I
everything.
grab the tome and pull it out.
It's a book.
I have no sound for him. I just make that sound. I look at it and see if I can read what it says.
It says the history of Malar's world.
Is it in common?
It isn't common.
I open it up and see, just like read the. Is there a table of contents or something?
Yeah, you open it up and you see that it is literally like a historical text that tells the events of time, basically, of ancient history from the perspective of a follower of Malar and what his contributions were to time itself. And one thing that definitely strikes your interest is there's a chapter that says worlds within worlds. And you kind of flip to that page. And there is a map on this tome. And right in the middle, it has the continent of Tayaroth. And then next to that, there's the continent of Winyesta, which you are aware of its existence. But then, further on, like further to the right of Winyesta and further to the left of Tayaroth,
Flat Earthers are so mad right now.
you see tight clumps of like islands that kind of like form one continent themselves, and you've never heard of these names before.
This is very interesting. This seems to have a map of a place that I've never known to exist. Does anybody see that? And I try to bring people over to...
Yeah, you all see that far to the left of Tayaroth, there's a collection of 4 islands. Individually, they're named Vilya, Runya, Alu, and the conglomeration itself is called Onasara. And all the way to the right, the grouping of islands is called Erubrian.
Fuck off. Does anybody know about
None of you have ever heard of a Rubrian or Onisara. As far as you knew, this world had 2 continents.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
What were you gonna say, Cuinn?
It's kind of an odd name for a country. doesn't I don't know.
Is that that's got to be common, right? Like that's written in common.
Well, if those continents are gone now, then they probably weren't up to snuff anyway.
We don't know that we're gone.
We don't know they're gone. Yeah, man.
Oh,
You know something that we don't?
Rosie,
destroyed.
even you, through all of your teachings, have been taught of Winyesta and Tayaroth, the 2 continents of your world.
This is really nuts. And everything I thought I knew is just coming back to bite me in the bum, you know, and worlds within worlds. Wow.
Could be like a fantasy book. It probably doesn't really.
Well, no, I've looked at a lot of their books and I've never seen anything like this.
Can I skim for any information given the names of the islands and Rubrian, just like in the chapter real quick? I'm gonna read it full later, but like we're in a tomb.
Like what are you looking for?
I'm looking for mentions of this Rubrian, of Onisara, of specifically.
Yeah, it speaks about how they are the heathen islands is what the book refers to them as. And just according to this text, they're abandoned and unlivable, like uninhabitable, as far as like weather and terrain and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all you can get in a brief little glimpse.
Wow. Interesting.
It's weird. I'd like to read this later. Does anybody have a sack that we could keep this in and keep it?
My time has come. Okay, I thought I was only gonna have to carry rations. Put that bad boy in here.
Oh, that was.
And I open my bag of holding.
Thank you. And I slide it in very like apprehensively based on this enthusiasm.
Yeah, of course.
Wow. Sorry, you know, with so few of my children on this trip now, I feel like I need, you know, a little purpose with this bag. I didn't carry anybody's anything, so.
Rosie, I put my hand on Rosie's shoulder. You know you have a purpose beyond that to the group, right? Like we value you.
Okay.
You're not just somebody to hold things.
Yeah, no, that's like you.
Wow.
You're so much more than your bag.
Okay.
But your bag is cool.
Yeah, I thought.
Which makes
yeah.
you crazy cool.
Crazy cool.
Just wanted to put that out there that you're not like you do more than you are your own person.
Stop it, you guys! I'm gonna have some tears to put in this bag of holding. Quit it. We're on a mission.
Oh.
Sorry, that causes a catastrophic failure to the bag of holding. No tears.
There's no,
there's
we
no
don't.
crying in bags of holding.
Nah, I've heard that somewhere.
Is there anything else in the room that we can see, or was that it?
That's pretty much it from what you can see. Yeah.
Malar's book.
Well, let's onward and upward.
All right, let's just go and follow the left-hand wall of this crypt and just open every door we find. Make sure that we get
well, above this door to the right, you see the words, Flint, Malar's Hound.
Oh. Oh! Malar's Hound. Been
We
there,
killed
done that.
Malar's Hound.
Yeah, it couldn't be in there.
Yeah, so
Somebody-
obviously
Take a peek.
escaped, so we could just freely walk in that room, so no problem.
I don't want
With the door open above that door?
What? Yeah, it's
Okay.
above that door. Yeah. Okay. And now that you're looking a little bit closer,
Yeah, I'll move over. I'll move.
you see that there are claw marks on the ground, and you now have a reason for the rubble in the corner. It does seem that at one point the hound that you fought a few days ago once existed within this tomb and literally dug their way out of this tomb and escaped who knows how long ago. But in the room where they were supposed to be kept, you just find dozens, hundreds of decaying, rotting bodies.
Well, now this is why it smells like shit over here. Good lord.
Yikes.
I walk into the room.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
You see.
Now we're concerned about the room.
Yeah, for sure.
What's in there? We can see a bunch of dead bodies.
What the fuck's the dead body? They're dead. What can they do?
Go for it. Go for it.
I walk into the room and I say that as Morton.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I investigate if there's anything of value in here.
Gross.
I won't even make you roll. There's literally you look around. There's just a bunch of dead bodies.
It seems like there's a bunch of dead bodies. Good thing I checked though and came in the room.
I close the door on Morton, locking him in.
Oh my god.
I pull out my sword and decapitate.
Do you really close the door?
Yeah,
So-
just as a little joke.
Okay, Morton, make a dexterity saving throw, and Flint, make a athletics check.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. It's fine.
All right, I want to hear yours first.
Fine. I'll tell you right now. 7.
22.
Yeah, the door is a lot heavier than you expect, and as you're
Bad.
pushing it, Morton just walks out as you're pushing the door closed.
So, what was your end game there, Flint?
I just thought it'd be funny if you were locked in the room with like the dead bodies and stuff. Cause
I look at him and deadpan go.
Creepy.
Oh my god.
Can I minor illusion like a skeleton hand coming over Morton's
100% you can.
so it looks like a skeleton's like coming around.
Yeah, Morton, you just see a skeleton hand appear in your peripheral.
I with a little less grace than he thinks he will have after this moment. He goes and grabs at it real quick,
And then your hand passes through it.
and he just goes.
I'm just laughing, I'm dying. Oh, all right, let's
good,
keep on
good.
going.
Your hand kind of does that single hand clap noise.
He comes out from the dark and just goes.
Oh god.
I whisper to Cuinn, "It's so fun to practical joke, Morton."
It is. It's becoming one
It's
of my
so
favorite
fun
things.
to practical joke, Morton. All right, where do you guys go now?
Well, it seems like we have to
back
Other
to the
way?
right.
Well, if we follow the left-hand wall, it'll go back around this.
You see a door here. As you pass this area, you see. So in total, you see a door here, a doorway here, and a door here.
I see with a mage hand if the door that I'm standing at it unlocks.
It does unlock.
I open the door.
You open the door, and
You're not even gonna check for traps, Morton.
You're not even gonna check for traps. Fuck you.
You open the door, and you see this room.
Oh!
What?
The door.
You
That's a
immediately.
lot of bee pollen.
You open the door and you immediately see, to your right, a shimmering pile of gold and jewels and 2 tables that have more gold and jewels on them.
Quinn.
I go and jump in the.
No,
Oh,
no, I'm
there
gonna try to
it
stop
is.
Quinn. I'm gonna try to
Back,
tackle
back.
Quinn.
Okay, make 2 opposing. Actually, you make an athletics check and Cuinn make an acrobatics check.
Okay, good.
If that is successful, I'd like
Twin
to
dice.
investigate the gold before.
Twin
that.
dice. Oh.
That's a 1, and I can reroll 1.
Got an 8.
Got him a halfling. I got a 10.
Okay, so you try to grab Cuinn, but Cuinn jumps out of the way and you land in the gold, and it is real
Quinn.
gold.
Can I investigate
Make a gold angel.
to see if there's anything
Oh, you also see all those chests over to the right, by the way.
Can I investigate the room to see if there's any like writings like there were on the tombs and all that stuff to see, and if there's any things that we should know before we jump into giant piles of gold that may be cursed.
Sure, make an investigation check.
I'm already putting gold in my pockets.
I was gonna ask if I could go over
Oh,
to Cuinn in the pile as
that
well.
is a.
Okay, yeah, sure. Put your tokens where you actually think you are. So, Flint, are you out there in the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a 13.
13. From where you're standing, you see some primordial right across the room from you in big lettering. And you see the chests over to the left with some primordial above them. You see the skeletons over there to the left. They look like humanoid. They look a lot like Crag. They look like Minotaur skeletons. Yeah, that's what you see with the 13 from where you're at.
Flynn, can you come in here? There's some stuff that we need you to read.
There's a bunch of gold, Flint.
Flint, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Sure, no problem.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this door's gonna
A
shut.
dungeon.
13.
Flint, right before you can get to the door, it shuts.
Oh, fuck me.
Flint, why? Come on, this is not the time for a practical joke. Flint.
How fucking funny it is. You see how fucking funny it is.
I swear it wasn't me.
The bones on the other end start to,
Oh no.
and they
No, thank
form
you.
up. And
Yeah.
you see two Minotaur skeletons appear and pop up from the ground, and they start heading down the hallway towards you. Cuinn, make a perception check for me.
Guess it's time to make this a
It just
no
got
bones
real.
day.
5. No, 4.
Okay. They're
And I don't know how, but this seems like it was probably your fault.
taking another step.
I'll shoot an arrow at one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I need everyone to roll initiative.
While I roll initiative, can I
20.
ask a question?
Of course you can, yes.
Would I be able to perceive if these are undead?
I won't make you even roll for it. They are undead creatures.
Thank you.
I got my first ever nat 20 on my twin dice.
Nice.
I have not gotten one yet. I did not roll my twin dice. Should have.
And that's what happens when you don't jump into piles of gold.
Hey, you don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that this was my fault.
I do.
We're all in this room.
I've got some twin intuition that
Flint.
you feel very guilty right now.
Pockets full of gold that'll make you feel better.
All right, everybody up, get their initiative, or do I need to add you? Sorry.
I need to
Maewyn, you're there, and Morton, you're there. Should be able to edit them. Okay, everybody got their initiatives in?
Yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
All right, at the top of the turn order, Maewyn, it's your turn. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Okay.
And which one are you attacking?
The one on the right.
The
The one on the bottom.
Maewyn's right? Yeah, okay.
Ooh, 26 to hit.
26 hits for sure.
Oh, thank God.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay, I forgot to.
But forgot to is one of my favorite vampires.
But forgot to. That was so funny, Eric. Yay, you're so funny. I feel so bad saying that. Okay, so yeah, the damage hits the bone. One of the ribs kind of like cracks inward. Was that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Next, we've got Morton.
Oh, fucking hell. And I take my dagger, and for a moment I hesitate, and I'm kind of like fascinated by this like facsimile of life here. I just like stop, but I go, Right? And I chuck my dagger,
Okay.
my remaining dagger at it. Since I didn't get my other one back from.
Yes. Roll for an attack.
I did forget to have Batty go. I'll wait until after Morton.
Oh, that's not great. 8.
8 misses, unfortunately. The dagger just kind of like clatters next to the skeleton.
Yeah, I'm gonna then. Is there any place I can hide in here?
You can attempt to hide behind one of the like pillars where the half pillars where the torch is if you want.
Jump in his gold.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try and hide.
Okay, roll a stealth check at disadvantage because they are watching you run behind that thing.
Where'd it go?
They're bitches, and we know this.
We'll see.
Well, so when you say disadvantage, does that mean that natural ones at the bottom? Because that's what I got.
Yeah, unfortunately it does. I mean, they do have a passive perception of 9, but that still beats a natural
Yeah, that's
one.
my passive perception. Actually, my passive perception.
So that's the end of Morton's turn. We got Rosie. Flint, you're on deck.
We can't hear you.
Still can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Cool. Sorry.
Now we can hear you.
I
New
knew that
headset.
thing I
New
said.
headset.
New headset. I said we're in the tomb of a god. So I'm gonna use my god to channel some divinity on these undead creatures.
Okay.
So I've channeled divinity, turn undead.
Yes.
So I'll put my hand on my emblem of Dune, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Correct.
And if they fail, they're turned for 1 minute. I don't know exactly what turn means. Like they're alive now, I guess.
One of them gets a 15. One of them gets a 14.
So 14 meets.
Okay, so they both.
So they both
succeed.
beat. Great. I love serving Dune.
Wow.
If you have DM inspiration, you can make one of them re-roll it if you want
Not
to.
for this. We're about to fight a god somewhere. A god.
I love how you have found the existence of another god, have remembered the entire encounter, and now you're just going, God.
No, but they're gods. Dune is god. They're god.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, okay, that was my action. I say in my head. And I will use my bonus action to do nothing because I just realized I don't have any. I'm gonna come up to here.
Okay,
and,
great.
Get ready to keep going.
Flint, you are up.
I yell from the other side of the door. Hey, is this a bit or what?
Not a fucking bit!
Is there any writing, primordial writings around on this side that I can see?
Not on this side, no.
Okay, I will try to break the door down.
All right, with your body?
With my big muscles.
Okay, roll an athletics check.
21.
21. Nothing.
I'll be right there.
At the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's
All right. For now, it's the skeletons' turns as they like start lumbering towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beep. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I should have.
That one's gonna dash up to Rosie. But that means it's gonna be its whole turn. The one that comes up to you, Morton, takes its huge. Actually, it's sprinting up to you, and as soon as it gets to you, it takes its axe and kind of moves it to the side and uses its head to gore you. That is a 19 to hit.
I'll go ahead and cast shield on myself.
Okay, so that makes your AC
19.
that still hits. So you would know that, so you don't have to cast shield if you don't want to. It will then, because it charged at you, this was gonna be a total of I need you to make a strength saving throw, first of all.
You know, the thing I'm best at. 14.
Okay, so you take 20 points of piercing damage.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, but you do not get pushed 10 feet and get knocked prone. You just get slammed right into the wall next to you.
No, I only just almost get crushed to complete death.
And that's going to be the end of their turns. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to... This skeleton did not run up to you, Rosie. It's going to stay right there. That is the end of the Minotaur skeleton's turn, and it is now Quinn's turn.
I will.
Cuinn.
Gonna do. Yes.
I need you to make a perception check for me.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Nothing but gold.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You have noticed
19,
that
sorry.
there is a battle happening.
Okay. I don't know why anybody's not grabbed this. Holy shit! I'll turn around and see the one that is on Morton. Hold on, how far away is that? That's 60 feet. Okay, perfect. Which I believe is within. Yeah. And I will cast Dissonant Whispers. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yep. So that is a natural 19 -1 is an 18.
That saves.
Does it do half damage still?
Half as much, yeah. But then they don't have to move.
Okay.
6, 9, 13 points of damage.
Ooh, doggy.
Psychic damage.
Yeah. I mean, you kick the crap out of this. Wait. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yep, you kick the crap out of it with your mind. And you see it like kind of like it's undead, but it's showing pained emotion still.
Okay. Alright, then I will use my bonus action to inspire Morton because he seems like he's having some issues right now.
Okay. And how do you inspire Morton?
You should have jumped into the gold.
Sure. You somehow feel inspired by his, I don't know.
I cough up blood.
I'll use my movement to shove more gold in my pocket.
Okay, perfect. Can you roll a perception check at disadvantage for me?
I sure can. Okay, so 16.
You feel like there's less gold than when you started.
Yeah, because I'm taking it.
Sure.
Oh no!
Okay. At the end of Quinn's turn.
How much less gold? Like, is it like...
there's gold that is not there that you didn't take.
All right. Yeah, I'll clock it. But yeah, all right.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I would say, let's say, percentage-wise, 10%.
All right.
Okay.
I better start grabbing faster.
Okay, Maewyn, top of the turn order. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put away my bow and run right on up to this buddy and pull out my 2 short swords.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, wait, we didn't do Batty.
Oh, Batty, yeah.
We're just gonna say that Batty spent the first round just comprehending what's happening, and now she's with you.
Now she's with me. I don't like for her to run up unless I'm running up too. Okay, so
if you want, you can just put Batty on the other side of that skeleton that you're fighting, and you can have advantage on these attacks.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna attack with my +1 short sword first. Oop, good thing I have advantage. Oop, that was worse. 11.
11 misses. You like hit the skeleton, and it just kind of looks down at you.
All right, let's try again. 16.
16 hits.
God, I rolled 3 3s within those 4 rolls.
That's crazy.
That's 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then little baddie is gonna take, she gets 2 attacks. So for her first attack, she gets a nat 20 on my
Nice.
cat dice. Cute little cat.
Nice. Roll damage for baddie. Double damage. Double dice damage.
Plus 3 to hit 1d. Okay. So she does, almost max damage, 12 points
All
of
right,
damage
baddie.
with her first bite. And now she'll attack with her claws.
She like bites one of the like leg bones out from the creature and like snaps it in half, and the creature's like hobbling.
All right, she's gonna take a claw at it with the bone still in her mouth. 9 to hit.
9 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, that's all.
All right, so yeah, you and Betty are taking care of that. Morton, you're up.
Yeah, I'm dying. I immediately disengage.
Okay, bonus action disengage.
Yeah. Oh no, wait. I need to take the healing potion that I have, which would also be a bonus action.
You can action disengage if you want. You just won't have an action.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. I can't move, can I? If I did that?
You know it's usually not good to move during combat. Like you as a character. Unless you're disengaging.
I'm trying to get away from this and heal myself because I'm at 5.
I mean, if you disengage, you feel like you should be okay.
Never been a rogue before. I don't know if that's going to be a problem.
No, I mean, the action disengage is to be able to run away without opportunity attacks.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to disengage.
As your action.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then you can move wherever you want. Well, within your 30 feet movement.
40. I took mobile.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I'm going to move back over here.
Okay.
And take my potion of healing.
Do it. 2d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you... Because I just told you last session 2d4 plus 4 that you rolled. I think you took a healing potion last session.
I didn't take it. I didn't drink it. I have one.
I think you did, because you rolled it. You rolled because it was... unless someone else gave it to you, because it was when you were down.
I think we
I
got
didn't
a
go
couple
down
of
during.
healing
I didn't go
potions.
down during that.
Wait, what'd you say, Matt?
I think we got a couple healing potions because I have one too that someone gave us last session.
A healing potion was used on someone last session.
It was not me, because I had false life. I think someone gave me like magical healing, but it wasn't a potion.
Okay, alright, so go ahead and roll for it.
So 2d4 plus 4.
Yes.
That's 7.
7 hit points, alrighty.
Yeah, I'm trying to click on the thing. All right, that's slightly better. And if I can, do I notice Cuinn in the gold still?
You do, yes.
I look at him and get out of the gold, help.
All right, perfect. And that is the end of Morton's turn. Rosie, you're up. Flint, you're on deck. You're muted, by the way.
I'm gonna do something that I've never done before, and I'm gonna walk up determinedly to this guy here, and I'm gonna take my cane. I'm gonna bonk him on his head.
Do it.
Oh, I'm using my inspiration. What the f is wrong with me? A 9. Fuck it.
9 misses, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
That's fine. This dice is good to me. So I'll swing and I'll miss, and I'll look at him and I'll say, "It's not very nice." Not very nice. That's my turn.
All right, Flint, you're up.
I'll kind of like knock on the door and say, "Hey guys, I can't get in, so if you need me, I'll be just around the corner." And I'm gonna dash around the corner.
Okay. Where are you going?
It's here.
Okay, you can now see into this room, and you see this.
Oh my God, Flint.
My eyes light up. Well, that's. You know what? No. I've dashed. That's use my action. All right, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
I just Misty Step, but
it's now the skeleton's turn.
You have Misty Step and you're using it. Oh boy.
The one in front of you, Rosie, is going to take out its axe and swing at you. And gets a 13 to hit.
It meets.
It meets, it
so
beats.
I would love to, as my reaction. Warding flare.
Okay, what's that?
So when I'm attacked by a creature that can be blinded within 30 feet, I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage.
Okay, gotcha. That's a 11 plus 6. 17. So that one's even better.
Hit me.
Maybe
God.
one more time. So you take 17 points of slashing damage from this great axe.
You guys should kill these people before they make it to me.
Hey,
And then the one attacking is going to attack you, Maewyn. The two melee characters. And it gets a natural 20. And so, Maewyn, you take 24 points of slashing damage.
Neat.
And that's the end of their.
Always wanted.
That's the end of their turn. So now, Cuinn, we've got your turn.
Are you gonna help now, Cuinn?
I cast the spell last turn. I did damage. Don't act like
Your
I'm
sister's
nothing back
dying.
here. I'm gonna cast
Better than I've
Dissonant
done.
Whispers at a second level. Or I'm gonna use my bonus action, so it has to subtract a 6 from its saving throw.
Okay.
With unsettling words, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whisper at a second level at the one that's in front of May. Saving throw.
-5.
All right, it fails.
Okay. Wow, it's a high DC.
It takes 4d6 psychic damage and has to use its reaction to move.
And you said the one attacking May, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To move as far as the speed allows away from me. And then, Emily, you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack.
And so can Batty.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Do I
there.
get 2 attacks?
No,
Is that
just
how
one.
2-weapon fighting works? Okay.
Yeah. Because 2-weapon fighting allows you to use your bonus action.
Oh, right.
15 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, doggy. Okay, and then it starts to. You can almost see like a crack forming in its skull, Maewyn, and then it turns and starts to just run away. You and Batty both get attacks of opportunity and still at advantage. Because it's as soon as it starts running away from you.
That just changed everything. A 23 to hit on my part.
Hits. Roll for damage.
9 points of damage.
Okay, and then roll for Batty.
Batty rolled 2 3s, so she does not. And she has a +2 or something.
Yeah, she does not hit. So it is going to run away from you, though. It's going to run right there. That is the end of its turn. Or Cuinn, sorry, that was your bonus action and action.
Yeah, I'll use my movement to move. Like, there's this plate just like right next to it. Or is it like
the table?
Yeah.
It's a table, and it's like, I don't know, it's like 2 feet off, 2 or 3 feet off the ground.
I'll get on top of the table. Just keep on.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Perfect. 19.
19. Okay, that means you'll clearly see what's about to happen to you and be able to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Not so, 10.
The floor underneath the gold opens up as it was slowly starting to open up. And the table and gold just starts falling, and so does Cuinn.
Morton, help me! I'm gonna say as I
This feels like a come to Jesus moment, maybe potentially for Cuinn.
Cuinn, you fall.
300.
It's the center of the earth.
take 1d6 for every gold in your pocket.
As it weighs you down more, it makes your terminal velocity greater.
You're gonna fall down here, explode like Sonic with rings and gold.
Right, so you fall 50 feet.
Oh god.
Great.
Which is going to be a total of 5d6.
Oh.
You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fine, yeah, great.
And you have hit the ground, and you feel your back kind of like giving, and you realize that you're like on top of like a crack. And that all the gold is continuing to fall down, and beneath you, like you're covering yourself, like you would have to try to fall between this crack. But it is like a foot wide. And beneath you is just a pool of lava.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so...
Why you're not greedy.
All
Oh,
right.
the Tim.
Maewyn, you're up.
Okay.
Can
I yell out like I'm fine?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah. And you hear an echoed, I'm fine.
She knows I'm not dead.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna just keep attacking because we gotta face one problem at a time.
For sure.
I'll attack first. Is it still at advantage?
The one that you're attacking with Rosie?
Yeah.
No, you'd have to be. You can just move to the other side, and it would be. You just have to flank it.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Oh,
also make a. Wait, is Dissonant Whispers is not concentration? It's not like afraid of you, right? It just had to do that reaction.
Yeah, it just uses reaction.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's no lasting effect.
Yep.
I got a 19 to hit.
Hits.
And 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then for my second attack, I got a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Oh, nice. And 9 points of damage.
Okay. Nicely
and then
done.
Batty came with me.
Okay.
And she is gonna bite and get a 9 to hit.
9 misses, unfortunately.
But with her claws, she gets an 11.
An 11 misses.
Okay. I'll try.
Batty's just kind of like clawing at it, and it is hitting, but it's just like not able to do much damage. Okay, that's the end of Maewyn's turn. Morton, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume by the fact that he went, I'm fine, as he hit the ground is not great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move towards where can I be where I'm not like.
It's a 20-foot gap from the wall, so it's like you could be there and you'd be fine.
There?
But that's the edge.
Okay, I immediately take out my lovely hempen rope.
Okay.
We're lucky that Flint told me to get.
Uh-huh.
That is just at 50 feet.
Uh-huh. Convenient.
And I throw it down, seeing I'm assuming I see like a bright light underneath.
Yeah, he's like backlit.
Yeah, it kind of looks like fire to me, so I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah.
I throw it down and hold it, and I go, climb up, you greedy son of a... mutter to myself as I like hold it and like keep it so he can get up.
All right,
If
perfect.
I can, like lowering my arms a little over the hole so that it is a little bit more than 50 feet.
Totally. Okay, Rosie, you are up.
Okay. I feel a little bit more inspired with May being there, so I am gonna reach out and grab the horns of the thing and cast Inflict Wounds.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Because it is a melee spell attack.
19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
18 points
Ooh.
of necrotic damage.
You reach up and you grab the horns of the creature as it like leans down to try to headbutt you, and as you do, the one of the horns just like starts to decay and become ash, and some of that black necrotic energy like starts to grow throughout the skull itself, and both of these guys are looking pretty rough.
Cool.
Is that the end of Rosie's turn? All right, Flint.
I pledge my soul to this skull.
God damn it.
I walk up to it.
You walk inside and you see that this is a shrine to Malar, and that this shrine was here for High Priestess Nivara's spirit. And that's it.
Okay. I'm sure they're fine in that gold room.
That's your whole turn, like reading everything and figuring out what this room is. Okay, so Minotaurs. This one is going to sprint at Maewyn. And it is going to have advantage because it is flanking it with a Minotaur in front of you. 19 to hit.
Yep.
You take... Roll not great on damage. You take 17 piercing points of damage.
I'm down.
Okay, so Maewyn is down. And then the one that is going to attack Rosie with its great axe is a 10. Rolls a 10. So he misses, he goes right above your head, and then just swings to try to get you again. But that's technically the end of his turn. Cuinn, your turn.
It's like, what is it? Just like a pit with a crack in it?
It's just like, it looks like... Yeah, I mean, it's like, it looks like you're in like inside of a toaster, basically. Except at the bottom of a toaster is another like 1 foot crack that just leads to like a pool of lava.
It's not like there's like a passageway that goes anywhere.
No,
Just
no.
like that. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, thanks, Morty. And I'll grab the rope. But I don't know what my climb.
Yeah, well, your climb speed is just is with no difficulty. It's just your walking speed, but you do use half your movement to get up, so your walking speed is 25 feet. So we'll say you get 10 feet up the wall.
And then I'll use my action to dash.
Okay, so you get 35 feet up.
Pull me up.
And the trap's turn happens, and Morton, if you want, you don't have to, you can make your reaction to try to stop the floor from closing in, because that's what it's about to do.
Morton, pull me up, man!
It's going very fast, and you know that if you wanted to, you could put like an arm or a leg in the way. It doesn't look like it's going fast enough to like crush your arm or leg beyond repair, but you will take damage if you do it.
How is it closing? Is it closing like this, or is it closing like this?
It's closing towards you. Like from the wall towards you.
Okay, is there any way you can? I know you just laid it out. I just want to double check so I know my options. Is there any way I can basically turn, sit up, and kick my legs out so I'm pushing it with both feet while holding the rope?
So put your back against the door that's closing?
No, basically just sit up and have my feet kicked out.
It's 20 feet long.
Oh,
He's got long legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
I mean, you can do that. So, like, have your back against... So, like, so climb into the pit a little bit, and then have your back against the side that's not closing, and then...
Yeah, to wall sit it a little bit.
Okay.
And try to keep it from closing with more than just a limb, which I'm like, even though it's moving slowly, I'm like, that's gonna hurt.
So you'll take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Great. I'm doing
God,
great.
down here with
Hopefully you don't roll 2 6s or that will kill me.
Nope, I rolled a total of 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, still not doing great.
So you feel like your knee, like your right knee, like dislocate as the wall, like, cause it's fast. So you like, it's coming fast. And so you like dive into the hole and like put your legs up against it and it slams into your feet and you're able to hold it open for right now, but yeah.
I yelled very loudly and directionally downward, I get most of the gold!
Alright, Maewyn, your turn, top of the turn order. Roll a death saving throw for me.
It's cocked. That's a 2.
2, that's a failure. Morton. Unless you want to do otherwise, you spend your turn holding open this gate.
Yeah, there's fucking nothing else that I can do right now.
Okay.
Does Batty still get a turn if I'm down?
Oh yes, Batty does get a turn. I apologize. Yeah, of course she
No,
does.
you're good.
Which Batty, of course, is full of healing potions.
It's like a Saint Bernard with like the thing.
Like, how smart is she? Like, I have a healing potion on me.
Come on.
Okay, would she be smart enough to know... Would she be smart enough to know that if I'm down, she should help Cuinn?
For sure.
So she's gonna go help Morton keep the door open.
Okay, so she goes over Morton, and you see Batty, like, kind of put out her front paws, and she's, like, pushing with you.
Oh, the rope!
Batty can't pull a rope. All right, so Rosie, you're up.
All right, take them both out, Rosie. Come on.
All right. Okay. I am
turn.
a cleric. Okay, I'm just gonna. I still have hold of the one that I have
Yeah.
now, and I'm just gonna again like, inflict wounds.
Okay.
Once more. I'm gonna use. She's not flanking me anymore, right?
She's not. No. This is a straight roll.
10.
You want to use your DM inspiration?
I used it.
Oh, that's right. You already used it. So that's a miss. Anything you want to do with your bonus action or movement?
I don't have a bonus action, and if I move, it'll hit me.
Cool, Flint. What are you up to? No, Rosie, go ahead.
I like fuck it. Honestly, fuck it. I'll. Can I bonus action disengage?
You cannot. That's a rogue
that's
thing.
A rogue. I will never unlearn that.
Yeah, I
being
get it.
a rogue.
I get it.
I always think it's standard. Well, then I'm gonna use my movement to try to move back.
Okay, so it'll get a swing at you.
Yeah, here. Fuck it. Honestly, kill me. Honestly. My whole family's dead.
God.
Bring it on.
It does get a 19.
Yeah, fucking absolutely.
Flint, what are you doing out there, man?
I will try. Is it too much to use my reaction to try warding flare?
No, it's not at all.
I'm gonna do it. Warding flare, so it has to.
That is a 12.
Hey!
That I think, yeah. Is...
You said 13 was your AC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
so it misses. So you just feel your hair like as this great axe blade just goes like swinging past you.
And
Go ahead.
I look at it and I just go, "Suck it!" I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, dude.
And then that's my turn.
All right, Flint, what are you doing?
I'm sure morale is high in that.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm gonna sprint around the corner to this door up here.
Was that your full movement, or did you have to dash?
I had to dash.
You know what? I'll say bonus action. You can open it up if you want.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, cool. You see this room in front of you.
Don't do
You
it.
see a long carpet. You see 3 like gargoyle-like statues, and then you see 2 pedestals. One with a shining, shimmering longsword, and another with a very like onyx obsidian longbow.
I'm more of a hammer guy. That's my turn.
Okay, skeleton's turns.
You're having sex.
How mean do I want to be?
You've killed children in 2 of these campaigns. How mean do you want to be?
Because the thing is Maewyn's laying unconscious right there.
One failed.
One failed. A Minotaur attacks her once. Maewyn's dead.
I don't have any new characters prepared.
This
I'm
is
not.
a silly episode. You can't kill us in
Yeah, it's
we
been
made it a
so silly so
episode,
far.
And this is our punishment for making it a silly episode.
We've all been having fun.
25, 30, 35. This one's gonna rush towards Morton, and this one's gonna rush towards
Fine.
Rosie. The one attacking Rosie is going to get a natural 1. I'm not joking. So the one that's like hobbling from the broken leg bone from Batty gets a natural 1. The one attacking Morton is a 24 to hit.
Great. I'm gonna fucking die right now and drop down that whole 50 feet. Is what's about to happen. That's 4 HP. You know?
You're inspired if that
What
helps.
the
You're
fuck?
still inspired.
We killed a worm.
Do you have DM inspiration?
I don't have DM inspiration.
He's
I
got
have-
my inspiration.
Yeah, I don't think I. Let me check.
I'm
my
gonna go
notes.
portable
Double
for
check.
you.
But
I don't think
I
you
have
could-
DM inspiration.
No, I don't think. I felt like everybody had DM inspiration, but if you don't have
you
it,
gave me inspiration on a one shot because I made a joke. But
yeah. I will say it rolled a 1 and a 2, so I don't know what your current HP is at, but it rolled 3 total slashing damage.
So I'm at death's door.
So you're at 1 HP as this Minotaur. It's almost like you could really use just one more person in there.
It would be really helpful.
I tried the door. It was too heavy for me.
All right, Cuinn. Cuinn,
See what's going on up
you are 15 feet away from the edge, so you climb up. I'm gonna say that, especially Morton, because your turn has passed, you can use your reaction, and Batty uses her reaction to like get out of the way, and the floor closes. But you are still standing where you're standing. Cuinn, you still have your action and bonus action.
All right, let's do some damage here.
Bard.
Let's see. Got one here. There, I don't want it to run towards May, but that's really the only damage I could do. Yeah, I'm gonna. Do I have any movement left?
You have 10 feet of movement left.
Okay, so I'll move, and I can move through people. So I'll move 5, 10. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at the one in front of me.
Okay.
At just the first level.
It gets a 4.
It fails, and I will roll damage. So it has to use its flying. That's pretty good damage. 5, 11, 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay. The skull starts to crack even more. This is the one that you've cast the spell on multiple times now. And it starts to run away from both you and Morton. Morton, you just use your reaction to get out of the wall, so you can't do anything. But Cuinn, you can make an attack of opportunity if you would like.
With my what? Like, can I like pull out my rapier and
Sure.
attack? Or...
Yeah, we will say like as you like unsheath it, you like attack with the unsheathing.
So that'll be plus 5. 10 points, or no, 10 to hit.
10 to hit? That does not hit. So that's
Where's Batty? Batty used its reaction to...
Batty's right here, so no. Oh wait, no, but he has to use his full movement, so... Oh, but Batty also used her reaction to get out of the hole.
Flanking?
Batty? No. Batty was here. Like next... Batty was next to Morton.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
And we need to be, like, on direct opposite sides.
Bonus action. I'm gonna inspire May. And just be like, you can get up, May. Get up!
Can you inspire a death saving throw?
I don't know.
A death saving
That's
throw.
what I'm trying to do.
The thing is it's called a death saving throw. So you can use inspiration on saving throws, right?
It says any after rolls ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
And they're called death saving throws, so I will allow it. Maewyn, roll a death saving throw.
I'm so stressed out. 12.
12 is a success, so you don't need to use the inspiration. That is one success, one failure. That's the end of Maewyn's turn. Morton.
Fuck. I'm gonna cast on myself False Life.
Okay.
Just in case something tries to fuck me up.
For sure.
So that's 1d4 plus 4 plus... Can I add the inspiration to that?
No.
Add a d4 to that? Okay.
Ability check, attack, or saving throw.
Gotcha. Oh, that's nice. So 6 temporary hit points, just in case, which would get obliterated immediately, but might save my life.
You never know.
And then bonus action.
Oh, I just realized something, but it's okay. I'll let it slide. It's fine. It was my fault. When I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the dice, so I said you got 3 damage. I forgot their modifier. You got 7 damage that round. But it's fine. That's fine. I didn't notice it. It's fine.
It's bad. I think that's all I can do for myself. Yep.
All right. Rosie!
Okay, the one in front of me, I cast Burning Hands. Shoot fires from my fingers. They have to make a fucking dexterity saving throw.
They sure do, and they roll a 10.
Cool, it hits. And they take... Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna use all my cleric dice. Just kidding. 11, 12 points of fire damage to the skeleton.
The skeleton in front of Rosie, she holds out her hand and her holy symbol glows with this divine energy, and out from her hands this fire just rages, and the skeleton immediately incinerates and turns to ash and falls to the ground.
Ah! I yell at its ashes, and I whip around and use my movement to fierily go up to this. No, just kidding. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna be a cleric. Okay, and that's my turn.
All right, that's the end of Rosie's turn. Flint.
All right, this room seems important, so I'll wait until the rest of the party's done screwing around or whatever they're doing.
So you just sit there?
No, I'm going to use my action
to
accidentally use my ability called Bottled Respite.
Oh wait, sorry, hold on real quick. Because I didn't reveal everything. There you go.
So I touch the urn around my around my neck, and I use the action, and I'll read what this does. You magically vanish and enter your vessel, which remains in the space you left. The interior of the vessel is an extra-dimensional space in the shape of a 20-foot radius cylinder, 20 feet high, resembles your vessel. The interior is appointed with cushions and low tables and is a comfortable temperature. While inside, you can hear the area around your vessel as if you were in that space. You can remain inside the vessel up to a number of hours equals to twice your proficiency bonus. I like to think it's like a basement cellar cigar room.
Yeah, perfect.
Like a lot of stogie.
Lazy boys haven't been invented yet, but there's a lazy boy in this room, and you just you're like thinking about relaxing, and all of a sudden, it feels like everything's getting bigger, and then you're like, no, my eyesight's shrinking, and you don't really know what's going on, and it all happens so fast, and then all of a sudden you're in this very cool room, and there's just like
It's Quinn.
You see like a cartoon drawing of Quinn in the corner, like playing saxophone.
I flip a coin.
The coin hits it in the face, and then it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
You see a bunch of other cartoon like chalk zone.
Chalk zone?
Oh my God.
Do you remember Chalk Zone?
Yeah.
Like Chalk Zone quality drawings of the rest of your party are all like chilling in this room too. And Batty, there's a bear skin. There's instead of a bear skin rug, it's Batty on the ground. This giant badger rug.
Oh my God.
This is my man cave.
But then across from you, you see like a beautifully animated, like anime quality version of Brick just sitting over in there in the corner. Just every once in a while, he just goes.
Yeah. Brick, I play me in a game of pool. I go over to the pool table.
He just stands there and keeps winking at you.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alrighty, it's the Minotaur's turn.
Dying.
This Minotaur is going to. He's sick.
No.
He is sick of Quinn doing what Quinn is doing,
Oh my God, well, I'm dead.
and so he's gonna run up to you, Quinn.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That is a 23 to hit.
Miss.
He does 23 points of piercing damage to you.
Unconscious.
Ignore.
I just felt
He slams you into the wall, and then kind of like the horn comes out of Quinn's shoulder as he then like looks over at you, Morton, and that's the end of of the skeleton's turn. Maewyn, go ahead and make another death saving throw for me. If you roll a natural one, you die.
Isn't it my turn?
Well, but I have inspiration.
Oh yeah, it's Quinn's turn. It is. It's Quinn's turn.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Quinn's turn. Roll a death saving throw for me,
I
Quinn.
don't want to get out of rolling these death saving throws. 14.
14. That's a success. Maewyn, go ahead and roll. Actually, okay. What'd you get?
It was cocked. It was literally.
Okay, wait.
Other dice.
Okay.
Okay, know what? What?
No, just go ahead and say what it was.
It was a 3.
Okay. That is your second failure. All right. So, Morton, you are up.
God, you really put the person with 1 HP and 6 temporary hit points really in a fucking bind by falling down that hole.
Oh, I love being a DM.
Just kill him, Morton, please.
I'll try. I'm not very good.
Wait, does Batty still get a
clearly.
turn?
Yeah, Batty gets a turn.
Because she would attack if there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, for sure. She just saw her big brother go down.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt your turn, Morton.
No, that's fine because
How would
I
you
am
not?
at a loss. I have one.
She got 12 to hit.
12
On the first one.
just hits.
Oh, whew. Okay, so she gets 6 points of damage on her bite.
Okay, roll for the claw attack.
Is 19.
Hits.
Let's see, 2d4. Ooh. 4 points of damage.
With a screeching growl that you've never heard before, Morton, Batty jumps on this creature and her giant paws slamming into the ground, just shattering its leg bones. She bites onto its neck and rips off the head of the creature, digs her claws into the rib cage and explodes it outwards. And that Minotaur skeleton is dead.
I look at Batty and like heavy breathing because I am again death's door, just going. That would have been very nice earlier, friend. and I hold out a knuck.
Batty.
Knock.
And then she goes over to Cuinn and starts licking him. And we are technically out of combat.
I try to stabilize Cuinn.
Okay, Rosie, go ahead and you cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna do it at a second level.
Okay, roll a medicine check, Morton.
15 points to you, May.
Yeah, 10.
10 is just enough. You rip off another piece of your clothing and just kind of like stuff the wound, stopping him from bleeding, and he does not have to make death saving throws anymore.
As soon as I'm up,
The door opens.
I'll give Cuinn my healing potion.
Okay.
I get up and go to the
Regular.
door and yell for, like right there. I'm a little weak, so
Yeah.
I yell for Flint.
Flint, you like hear like in the distance what you think is someone yelling for you, but you don't really, you know.
Well, my plan is to just take a couple moments and wait and like listen out for them specifically.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You don't
Listen out for what? Your name?
you don't see Flint or hear a reaction from Flint.
I'm trying to start the fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
I'm like loading logs in.
I turn to the room at large and go, well, not to make this any blood comes out. Not to make this any worse, but I think Flint's been kidnapped.
Let's get out of this room.
I do want to know what's in these chests, but we're gonna.
Oh, interesting point of order. When the skeletons came alive, the chests disappeared.
Just kidding. I didn't say any of that. I would like to leave this room.
Bye.
Seems as if someone were to be able to read the primordial, it would say something about greed, and
Damn it.
How much gold did I get?
Oh, that is a very good point. So you immediately jumped in and started shoving in, and then you spent one turn's movement shoving in gold. So I will say roll 2d100.
Woo!
And it's a minimum of 50.
And so if I got a 10 and then a 1, it's 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a 71. The 82.
So 82 gold.
Sweet. Yeah, worth it.
Finn.
You
What the
all.
fuck, dude.
Oh, sorry.
You get half.
I get most of that. I saved your goddamn life.
I think Batty. I think Batty did most of the hard lifting, and I'll give half the gold to May.
I'll give Morton one.
I see them
Silver steps,
all.
right again.
I see them all
did
trading
murder.
gold. And I open my bag of holding and I reach out and I pour some gold pieces out and I say, I took these, I'm so sorry.
You should keep them.
Let me see Flint.
Okay.
You go out into the hallway and you see the doorway to the left. As I said, it is a doorway right here. And then down here you see a door. And in front of the door, you see like an ancient looking brown clay vase or urn looking item that is just sitting on the ground.
Hey Quinn,
big?
don't fucking touch it. How about that? How about that? this time? Ah, more blood.
I walk up and I'll touch the vase, staring at more.
You hear this conversation, Flint, and you kind of there's like the slide is just like trimmer like in your thing.
I come back. Out
This
of it.
mist immediately, as soon as you touch it,
Oh,
comes out of the vase, and then kind of covers the area, and then forms into Flint.
Oh, hey! Wow, funny story. I was cursed. Don't. In their room, there's a sword. Are you guys okay? You look hurt.
And that is where we're going to end this week's session. Next week, we will continue as our party has still not found what they need to found and still has a tomb to make their way through. So we will see what happens next week at 2 p.m. Central, live right here on Twitch. And then that following Monday, a week from tomorrow, September 12th, we will have the continuation of the Quest for the Golden Spoon, Eric's real world / D&D long shot. So as always, stay tuned at Charmed Persons for all social media. On all social media for announcements and other things like schedules and funny clips. Also, our podcast on Spotify, Charmed Persons. We recently aired. It is aired, right? The first episode
Of what?
of the Hell Long Shot.
Oh no, it's not yet.
Oh,
Soon.
well, listen. They know it exists. Okay, it happened on Twitch.
I'm gonna say it within the week.
Okay, cool. So within the week, stay tuned on our socials, and that's how you'll find out. So, anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to my players, the best players a DM can ask for, and as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.